the
300
difference?
people
If I'm
right
live, yeah, what the heck?
No, I'm going live, so like.
I,
That's your cue to shut
M'Baku,
up.
leader of the Jabari.
Leader
Has
of the
anyone here
Jabari.
played Terry yet?
Nah.
No.
I didn't even
No,
I thought he was
actually.
out this
Did
week.
he already come out?
I didn't
I heard he's really fun though.
I heard he's fucking stupid.
Of course he's crossover.
He's got some.
Oh no, I heard he was like mid-tier. I thought.
Yeah,
I
he's
heard
not
he
the
was
greatest,
not
but he's got
amazing.
some stuff.
They're saying he's not that good.
Yeah.
Who knows though? Maybe
They're too scared to like. I don't know.
Somebody has to
No,
unlock
they
the
wanted to.
technology.
They wanted to keep Akuma on the top. So
Not Akuma, bro.
Isn't it Ed?
Ed's super good right now. Yeah.
Akuma being
Akuma?
top tier just like feels right, so I don't care really.
I like the name Akuma. That's funny.
It's like when Meta Knight was top tier in Brawl, I just kind of accepted it.
I like that. Meta Knight was cool, man. I like Meta
Yeah,
Knight.
it suited him to be top tier.
He
Yeah.
was a little too
When a
cool.
top tier isn't someone that looks like they should be top tier is when I start getting angry.
Why are you
Do
linking
you
my
have any
video? Rick?
examples of this? Like fucking
Diddy
Suzu?
Kong.
Yeah, Steve, that's a great example actually.
Yes.
Maybe that's something he knows.
Which Game and Watch was a problem? There was one.
Ultimates.
Yeah, Ultimate Game
Hey,
Watch
bro,
is a problem.
Ultimate
one.
Game and Watch is fucking ridiculous, bro.
I love Game and Watch.
Why did
man.
they
It's
do
the
that?
You know why?
They make the lamest fucking characters good in that game.
It's because that's a quirky, silly game that does not need to be
That's why
taken seriously.
Melee is so successful. Only the cool characters are like
Bro,
viable.
on God, Sheik, fucking
you play
Fox,
Game and
Falco,
Watch in
Mark,
Melee?
coolest character. Man,
Also, isn't Donkey Kong like really good now?
No,
No.
he's the same as he's always been.
It's a
It's
trick.
just like
It's a trick.
what I've said is time is a flat circle, and we're going so far into Melee that Zoomers are now finding out that DK and Link are good. Well, not good, but you know.
Link has
You can
always been
use them,
pretty
yeah.
fun.
Viable.
we were just
Yeah,
talking.
yeah,
we were just
you can-
talking about that with the words thing, Tito.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
gone so far that the stuff of
Yeah.
old is okay. now.
Yes, correct. If you just wait.
Are you talking about the uprise of the F slur on Twitter?
Yes.
I mean, I wasn't the
Oh, that's
particular
it.
talking about that, but
The
But yes,
what?
that's the
I
idea.
didn't know that
Uprise.
was happening.
I've been
Yeah.
seeing it like in every other post. People just let it rip.
yeah.
Well, that's 'cause of
I
Elon.
mean,
That's
I
why.
guess
Elon
that
likes
applies,
fans.
but that's not
That's
not
matter.
necessarily what we were talking.
What were you talking about?
We were talking
mean,
about the fucking move if your first one to move is gay, like all this other like TikTok shit. Like it's everything. All humor on TikTok has eventually found its way going back to 2001. Of like
Don't
being
move
funny.
first or your gay is funny.
Exactly.
But the thing is, people forgot it was funny, and then now Zoomers are understanding TikTok, and now they're adding music to it, which makes it more funny. So,
Yeah.
so the
Well,
meta,
I like that they're finding out about old shit instead of just weird Zoomer trends.
bro, fucking, I was looking. My friend was telling me the other day that she was like, you know what was popping up on TikTok randomly? Corn Kid. You remember Corn Kid? I was like, not
Corn
Corn Kid. Corn Kid's on
What's
TikTok.
going, kid?
It's like the fucking kid who was like, it's that Vine that was singing about corn and shit. Like old
Yeah, you don't
Vines are
remember that
finally,
shit?
old Vines are making their way to TikTok, and it's only a matter of time before we start hearing Zoomers be like, "This is how you eat a Big Mac, nigga." It's just fucking the goat.
I still can't tell if that was like really, really good acting or genuine anger.
No, that was Jay. He was so. There's no
I-
way. Look at him. He's too fat to not be that.
Yeah,
angry. Look at
that's
him.
true.
Look at him, bro.
Bro, Tito, you know what's actually crazy? In like 10 years, they're gonna find Hawk Tuah even more funny.
No, I hope not.
I
God.
honestly don't
Tua's
even get it.
popping off
Like,
right
what's
now.
the
I don't get it
never
either.
Funny not once.
yeah? Like it's just
She's
a
like the
girl
third
talking
biggest
about
podcast
sucking
now
dick.
on all of online. She's massively popular, Hawk Tuah.
Oh shit! Can't wait for
Did
someone to
you
be like,
watch?
"Yo, what the
listen
fuck
to
is
the
up,
podcast?
Denny's?"
Her podcast, yeah.
The worst thing about that shit blowing up is it incentivizes younger people, probably mostly young women, I guess, to as soon as a camera's put on them to do something fucking disgusting.
But we were never gonna stop that though.
But it definitely is like now that like she's on, I think she's on like one of the Paul Brothers networks. Like what the fuck?
What?
If I
We're living
speak,
in a
I'd be
fallen
in
state.
trouble. I know, I'd be in trouble if I speak. I cannot speak.
Speak
Hey,
your
Vera,
mind,
how
man.
do I get to heaven on high?
Yeah, and why does she have a podcast? Like, we're
I never
pushing
do it, so
having
I
a
remember.
podcast.
It's-
Who wants to know her thoughts?
One of the fucking Stormblood areas.
Fuck.
Where is it?
What?
Fucking...
Are we starting?
Is it Yangsha?
Is it? I think it's in the Ruby Sea.
Yeah, one
I
of
don't
those.
know. I
think
started
it's
my
Ruby
own
Sea.
solo episode over here while they're talking about something.
How's the Light Party podcast going so far? Is it good?
I mean, we're
Popping
having
off?
fun.
Yeah.
We're having fun. I haven't
Very
checked the
good.
numbers yet,
Very good.
but tomorrow's episode is the one that I'm most excited for, which is which jobs have the best and worst players.
Well, it's gonna be every job
Roger.
that lets you to kill yourself, basically.
Roger, what? What's up, Ricky?
So every job with a backdash.
How did you
Yeah.
Okay.
co-sign Tito making his own podcast?
I don't
allowed
care.
it?
He's gonna.
Bro, what is
people
this?
can do whatever they want to do. Why would I
Is
care?
that Is Roger the fucking Suge Knight of Japan?
I'm just
Nice.
saying.
What you
I'm not
I'm just saying it
anybody
kind of
out.
seems like
Parole
Roger.
officer.
I'm just trying to see if why is Tito trying to escape this podcast? He has
He's not
opportunity
trying to
here.
escape. It's literally an extra
It
thing.
seems like he's
First
trying
of
to make
all,
another
es-
podcast, a rival podcast,
Escape-
which I brought up
no,
last
no,
episode in the
What do I
Chinatown.
care? Why would I care?
And you guys were making fake excuses
In
for
what
why it
world?
wasn't a
Ricky,
rival
let me
podcast.
explain to you something, okay?
of all-
Let me
Excuses. What are you
explain
talking
something,
about?
Ricky. All right. First of all, here's the thing. All right. This podcast literally only exists as an excuse for all of us to get together and talk every couple weeks and just catch up with each other, talk about video games, have a good time.
Why did
That's
you
it.
laugh?
We're not making any money on this. If we are, it's
True.
barely covering
That's
the few
facts.
things that we do. We make the merchandise
losing
and you guys
money.
buy the merchandise. I certainly lost money while doing this podcast, most
Yeah.
definitely. Now
Don't
we're
say
finally
we.
making some money back. Yeah, you're right. It's we. Also, well, yeah, McDarrett definitely lost a lot of money too, but he did shit that
Too
nobody
goddamn
asked
much.
for.
Holy shit.
He lost way
God
too much. He
damn.
was just
Yeah, that was
spending
crazy.
shit that we didn't even want.
We,
haven't done
we,
that.
didn't-
No.
we might not be
The
able
two
to
of
ever
us.
pay him back.
But the two of us, both
That's just
McDarrett
dumb.
and I,
I'm not
McDarrett and I
asking you to.
have actively, the two of us have actively lost money. And it doesn't matter because we enjoy getting together and hanging out with each other and bringing the good vibes to the community. We like it. It's fun. It's a nice, fun time. Now,
What's in
if
a
Tito
Google
all of a
document now?
sudden, if what's in a Google document?
How
Oh, our
much
profits.
McDarrett is
Oh,
in.
can I read this out loud?
No.
Why?
It's in there yet, and no.
But it does. Oh, the Smith, so it's not it. But there's not much in there. I mean, it's not like I could say that. Can I say the net revenue?
Also, I would just like to say one thing.
No.
Can I just say that? Can I just say that one thing that's on here, the net revenue?
No.
Say that shit.
Please?
Let me
No,
know.
we shouldn't say that at all.
All right, I
probably.
won't say it. I won't say that then. That's fine. But what I will. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Zeph. I wasn't.
I-
Go ahead.
I saw like a very I don't even know what it is. Very like out of context screenshot that Adam sent me of tonight's.
Don't say
Game.
anything, bro.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
I'm
say what it
excited.
was,
I'm excited.
but I don't even like I don't know what it
I'm
means.
playing
Like
this time.
That's
okay.
exciting. I can't wait.
Are you playing?
Oh, Shofu's playing.
Wait,
Oh, this
can
will be
we
good.
go-
This is gonna be a
Can
good
we do
episode.
teams or is it
How
solo
about
dolo
you
all
shut
the
the
time?
fuck up
Oh
and I'll
my-
explain it when we get to
Gosh,
the fucking
Fantastic.
dang it,
Fantastic.
bro.
I like that. Good. That's
It's,
good. That's
it
good.
looked fun. I wanted to be a part of it.
All right,
But what I was
let's-
gonna say, is that we love doing this show. We literally do the show because it's fun to catch up with everybody and it's good. So if Tito all of a sudden was leaving and was like, "Oh, I don't want to do the show anymore. I'm gonna go do a Final Fantasy podcast," what do I care? It's not like suddenly Tito's dying because he made some other podcast. Go do your Final Fantasy podcast.
did you just threaten him?
That's fine. How is that a threat?
He just-
What?
Did you,
Right.
Did he
did you
just
just
say
No,
that?
it's not. It's not.
Did he just say if I leave the podcast, I had better be dying? Is that what he just
No,
said?
I
No,
said
no,
that
he
if,
said-
if you're
he
leaving the
basically
show,
said
it's
that.
not like you're dying if you leave the show.
yeah, that's a weird thing to say. So if Tito disappears, I'll know.
But it's not. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying that like.
I'm watching.
Right, because
Right.
we would never hurt. You're not. This
No,
is
of
what you're
course
not
not.
getting.
But if he
at.
dies,
we
he
would
dies.
never
You know,
hurt
that's
Tito.
how it works.
If
You
he
could
dies, he
Right.
dies.
You could
because of the
How about that?
implication.
But right, but I
couldn't
would.
hit me. How
But
about
we
that?
would never
Right.
do
You couldn't do
anything.
shit to me,
Obviously,
Ricky.
of course not.
But
Never.
exactly, right. But when you leave things, technically, sometimes you run the risk.
Sometimes
of dying
things happen.
because of
That's
the
all.
implication.
Sometimes certain
Right,
things happen.
exactly.
Sometimes, and so
Right. Exactly.
you just got to prepare.
like I told you last time, Ricky, people
run the
doing
intro.
extra stuff, okay, is good because it gets more eyes on more members, and then those more members can mention the show, and it
I
comes
give a
back.
fuck about that.
It
I'm
is
just
good.
trying to talk about Final Fantasy on this podcast.
I'm just trying to say that there's money being made over there that I
Yeah,
want.
so, damn it.
That's all I'm saying.
Who cares what they're talking about?
I'm here in Kyoto, Japan, staying at the Marufukuro Hotel, which is inside of the old Nintendo HQ, and it happens to be the 135th anniversary of the founding of Nintendo. And yet, as of this recording, I still don't know anything about the Nintendo Switch successor. Japan Time starts right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rogers Based here with the Japan Time podcast for September 30th, 2024. And my pizza literally just got here. What's going on, Shofu? How are you? Okay, I'm out. Hold on, give me 1 sec. You guys keep the show going.
So crazy. It's so crazy.
Hungry ass boy.
What do we do now?
He introduced Shofu.
Well, according to the list, if Roger's not here, then Shofu's the host.
Is that true?
That is true.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey, boys and
Yeah, we
girls,
made a
it's
whole
time
movie.
for Japan time.
Don't sound like Roger.
Hey, boys and girls, it's time for Japan time. Hey, Zeph, how's it going?
Hey, man.
And then
Today's swell.
oh, that's great, man. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks.
And then next we have Coast Word. Hey, dude.
Yo.
And then next we have Ricky Coca.
Hey guys, hey my dudes, hey my guys, what's going on? Just chilling.
Roger, bring your ass back here, bro. What the fuck?
Oh man, it's completely fine.
According to the
Oh,
chat,
my
you don't know nothing
goodness.
about fufu. Is this true? Is this true?
No, who's saying that? No, they can't be talking to me about that. Oh no. I know everything about fufu. I know everything about moi moi. I know everything about puff puff.
What you
What?
know about
How-
what you know
Yeah.
about chin chin, bro?
What they really know about is that the end of the double word
I don't know.
foods? I think that might be the end.
They don't know nothing about no chin chin, bro.
They don't know nothing about no jollof.
They don't know
ain't
nothing
eating
about no Kelly. They don't
No,
know nothing
yeah,
about no
they-
goddamn boy.
They-
Is Roger back?
yeah. No, we gotta still. All right,
I hope he is back
What
and
the-
he's just sitting there letting this go. That's what I hope.
this is painful.
Oh, God, bro.
How the hell have we been doing
I
this?
don't know, bro. Roger just carries the whole show, bro. What you mean?
Damn, are we not really friends like that? What the fuck? I thought we could handle this without him.
Who said
Oh,
that?
No, we
shit.
are. It's just awkward to like bounce around without the host, like topics.
Okay, that's okay. All right.
Don't worry,
I
Viren
can
got
host
We've been
the
doing
show.
this show for like how 10 years, dude? I think we're friends.
10 years.
Okay. All right. Then somebody be a leader here.
You don't
Gosh,
be the
dang
leader,
it.
bro. Go ahead,
You
Ricky
be the
Cocaine.
leader.
Take the mic, bro. You got the floor.
How is it taking him so long to get a pizza, bro?
He hungry as hell. He probably eating it right now.
He got one of those like really big, like table-sized ones.
No, I think
What if he's
I think
serenading
Shofu's
the
right.
pizza
I think his fat
person?
ass is just eating it. That's what I think.
I think he's serenading the pizza person. having a nice long
I think he's
conversation.
fucking it.
He's
What?
fucking the
He
pizza.
might be.
That's
Of course
so
he's fucking it. Why wouldn't he?
That's
He did
That's
not
a
order a
Roger
pizza to
move.
fuck it,
not the
man.
sausage pizza, bro.
Of course, Roger is fucking that pizza, and he's not here to defend himself. So whatever we say is true.
On God, he's letting me assume by not defending himself or saying anything.
You told me that pizza has extra sausage on it.
Fucking meat lovers pizza, bro.
You're right. You told me right.
When he's fucking it, there's extra sausage on it. You
That's
bet
what
you're damn right.
That was the implication, Ricky. God fucking
What the
damn.
hell? What the hell did I come back to?
You want to know what you came
What?
back to? You're a pizza fucker. That's what you came back to. You be fucking pizzas. You be giving the DiGiorno dick. You be giving the Pizza Hut penis.
Yo.
You understand that, like,
You be giving
if
the
you guys- were you
Domino's
just
ding
swearing
dong.
the entire time I was gone. Were you guys just like swearing?
Turn Dominique.
This is
Yeah,
gonna get
mostly.
You
immediately
be giving the
demonetized.
Papa John's pipe.
Oh,
Brother, this is not
What?
on the upload.
This is impossible.
Not
we
giving
can't
the
start
big
the show
bite
like this.
down. No.
Our entire podcast is going to be demonetized. I got up to go get a pizza real quick. Nobody did introductions.
Demonetized? What money are we bringing in?
We did like 4.
Who got introduced?
Nobody
Up
started
to
over.
Ricky.
Couple people. How about you just take it over?
All right, cool. We have Zeph. By the way, happy birthday, Zeph. Hope you've been having
Thanks,
a lovely
man.
birthday week.
Don't
How
have
old are you
sex
now?
with pizzas again.
Bro, what are you talking about? Why am I even here? I was wishing you a happy birthday and now this. Like, I don't understand.
Why are you giving the pizza meat, bro?
I'm not doing anything. I came
The
back.
pizza's supposed to
I
give you
He's a
meat.
meat lover.
These are meat lovers for sure.
Anyway, McDareth, what's up,
that's a
McDareth?
deep
How are
dish,
you?
feel me?
Doing well. Just, another day.
Okay.
Got hooked on Vampire Survivors very late. That's what I'm doing now.
Good game.
And why did you get hooked on Vampire Survivors?
Because Zenless put a mini game that's very similar to it, and it's like I was having fun with the mini games. Like, oh, let me try Vampire Survivors. Like, oh, this game is good as shit.
How much money have you spent in Zenless Zone Zero?
$30.
$30?
I bought 3 battle passes.
Nice. That's nice.
It's not bad.
Coast, have you
Yeah,
spent $30 on a video game yet?
On a video game, I definitely spent
Yeah.
that much on some video game at some point, probably.
Dude, I spent $90 pre-ordering Sparking Zero. Now I'm just eating ice soup for.
Ice
I mean,
Soup?
I
what is
played
that game-
League
what's
of
that game
Legends
called?
for how long? I've definitely spent more than
Next month.
$30 on that.
Next month. Okay, so I'm good.
Yeah. Well, this month.
It's
Yeah.
like I was gonna say, yeah, it's about to be October. When you're listening to this, it's probably October. And Ricky,
Already
apparently he
October, yeah.
messed up the show, so Ricky is not even gonna get an introduction, or he already got an introduction. What's happening with Ricky?
Okay. And just butter and cacao and cocoa.
What are you doing? You're buttery cacaoing, is that what you said?
What?
I have no idea. What's up, Viram? How are you, Viram?
You didn't even let me talk.
Because you're just saying bullshit. Ricky, excuse me. Hold on, I'm sorry. What do you-
Don't get mad at us
why would
because
I
you got
let
caught
talk?
fucking a pizza.
I went and got a pizza, came back, and literally it's just chaos. And now Ricky's over here going in the microphone. What? I don't even know what you're saying, bro. I don't even understand what's happening. I'm trying to have a nice
It was
open
very
intro. I
clear.
thought for sure, I thought somebody would take over and it would be professional. And now this isn't professional. This is just terrible. This is swearing and inappropriate.
Oh, it's
and
swearing, guys.
Ricky's the reason that it's so bad. Someone though who's always a gentleman is Viram. What is up, Viram? Hello, Viram.
Good evening. Now I know you definitely got that Nintendo influence coming into this mess of a podcast.
This is a mess
We've been
of a
doing
podcast.
this for 10 years. You come
Yep.
in and pretend like we're professional in any capacity. That's a good joke, Roger. I
We are
appreciate the
professional
humor.
in some. We are all individually
We were
professional in our
professional
own
until
field.
Roger fucked
We're-
the pizza.
We're not professional in this
saying that.
environment.
What
That's
are
for
you
sure.
talking
That was the turning point.
What is this?
That was the
Giving
turning.
it-
That was when everything flipped.
You giving the round table rod.
Oh my god.
What does that even
get it.
mean, bro?
I get it.
This is my problem. All right, and then we have Zeph, who I already introduced.
You already did.
There's two. Oh
Pied
God,
Piper?
I introduced Tito as. Oh my God, I did this in Discord order.
Piper?
Tito's name on Discord
on,
right
the-
now is Happy Birthday Zeph, and so
Happy
I
birthday,
introduced
Zeph.
Happy Birthday Zeph as Zeph. What's
Yeah,
up, Tito?
so-
How are you?
Introduce Tito.
What's up, Tito?
You know, Viram is usually a gentleman, except that one time during the contest where he wasn't, and that's the best moment. That's the best.
That was a
Viram
funny
moment.
episode, though. That made
That was
for
my
a
favorite
Viram.
Viram moment, where we just
That
broke
is true.
Viram.
That's everyone's favorite.
I'm still not
variant.
really
that
sure
one
what
up as a
happened
clip.
in that episode.
I think he
I'm
just
not
had
sure what
something
happened in
snap,
this
bro.
episode.
I
What
was
the heck
just-
is this?
I
I can
didn't
tell
know.
you pretty clearly what happened.
I don't. Okay, fine. So,
Roger, I have a
Anyway.
question.
what? Just don't make it about pizza. What is your
Oh,
question?
I'm sorry, it was about pizza.
Why
What? I'm just curious as to what pizza you ordered, bro.
you put
Oh my
why you
God.
put extra mushrooms on that pizza, bro?
I get it.
All I want to
my
know is
God,
if you gave the
she's
driver the tip. You
crazy.
know what I'm saying?
I got jalapenos, I got green peppers, and I got pepperoni. That's what I got.
Bro, it's titty fucking the pizza, bro.
Oh, what?
What does that even mean?
I just asked an innocent question. I'm not.
I'm just
I have-
confused, man. I don't
I
understand.
have questions.
Why are you starting the episode?
Yeah, yo, you know when pizza, you know when you get like pizza at like a birthday party and it's got those like little bubbles. That's
The bubbles? No.
That's Roger?
Not the stuffed crust.
Roger?
Okay, yo, you gotta move on.
What? You guys
Gotta
gotta
move
stop.
on.
We gotta stop. We got something to talk about. Oh my God.
That boy got the stuffed
This will teach you a lesson.
All right. Well, this is the last time I'm ever gonna order pizza before a show again. So let's just get started.
Yeah, 'cause
Let's
that's the
talk
problem.
about the. Let's talk about. How about you just shut up? Just shut up. Tito. Honestly, just shut up. All right. Anyway, what I was gonna say-
Bro,
I
you
was
got the
gonna
love
say-
meat pizza, not the meat.
I
loving
stop.
pizza.
Stop. All right. What I was gonna say is obviously a lot has happened since the last episode. I was in Japan. Fidel
that
and
where you
Aru
picked
are
this up?
still in Japan. Where I picked, I'm not even gonna entertain whatever you're about to say. So that's fine. What I was gonna say is a lot of stuff happened. I've been in Japan. Fidel and Aru are still in Japan. A lot of news broke from Tokyo Game Show, and to be honest, I have not seen a lot of what's been happening here in America. So I was gonna actually throw it back to you guys, and ask
What?
and
Stop
ask you
throwing
guys
it back,
what
dude.
happened while I was out of town.
I'll tell you,
Let's hear it.
I'll tell you. They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in Diddy's house, bro.
So tell me, explain
he?
what happened. What is this with baby oil and P Diddy? Let's. I want to know. What is this?
They're gonna
I
raid
just-
Roger's
well,
house and find
Costco was
1,000
having a sale.
DiGiorno's
He got,
pizzas.
he got arrested, and they raided his house, and they found thousands of bottles of baby oil in there.
Yeah, about to say, you
What?
said 1,000? It was thousands.
For the freak
Why does he have thousands of bottles
for
of
the,
baby
for
oil?
the
the
freak
freak
offs, bro?
What's a
It wasn't.
freak-off?
It wasn't necessarily for the freak offs. They said that there was a sale at Costco, and he likes to just buy things.
Okay,
in
did
bulk.
you see what Costco said?
So that
back?
sounds reasonable
So
enough.
Costco
Said that's
said
a
back?
fucking
What did Costco?
lie.
Costco made a statement about that?
Look. Diddy's lawyer said he has that many bottles of baby oil because he buys them in bulk from Costco. Costco responded, "We don't have any baby oil in any of our U.S. stores."
It's over.
Oh, GG's.
They don't want nothing to do with that
No.
shit, bro. They said, "Fuck out of here,
GG.
boy."
They
He's
literally
gotta go to
said there's
Sam's
no
Club.
bottles of baby oil.
They said we do not sell baby oil.
There's no Kirkland brand baby oil, man. There's no Kirkland.
That shit is so funny, bro. They had to get him out of there.
Dang. Well, so what else?
Yeah,
There
in
had to have been
actual, in
other
actual
stuff.
regards of TGS, I feel like there hasn't been much that's been
Okay.
like revealed. A lot of it has been like extended gameplay, like showcases and stuff like that. Like a lot of the Sony stuff that I saw was like extra content that they showed off for Death Stranding 2.
Okay.
Like they showed extra cutscenes, like a really, really polished photo mode and all of that stuff. But like nothing really new. They had like a 20-minute like video showcase for Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, and that looked really good as well. Like they remodeled pretty much everything. Like Ocelot and Eva and like all these characters look extremely high definition and just
This
like
is for Delta?
yes, yeah. Other than that, I haven't really seen much from TGS. A lot of it, every time I've tuned in, it's like random stuff I've never heard about. That's like really not even mainstream. So
I saw.
I don't know.
I thought I saw some cool stuff.
You,
I don't know
I
what.
don't know if you saw it from the state of play or like.
So that's the weird thing, right? Is there was apparently a state of play and a Sonic Central and Level 5 had a presentation and there were new trailers
Oh,
for
dude.
stuff. But the thing that I didn't
Have we
understand
talked
was
about? Dude, we gotta talk about how Yokai Watch is using generative AI for their trailers.
Yokai Watch is?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and talk about it. I had no idea.
They've also made a statement on it. You can go look this up. They have like a press kit on their usage of AI in video games now. If you watch the Yokai Watch, what was it? I don't even know what it's called. The latest trailer.
Hollow House or something.
If you watch the building when it's like animated at the start, if you just look at the background, it's all fucked up. The street doesn't make any sense. It's all AI. It's just not good.
They put out like multiple like promo arts of it, and every single image that they show the house in, it's like a different like generated AI image. Yeah.
But
And this is for Yokai Watch?
Artists? Why would they need to resort to that? Yeah,
I don't
Because
understand.
it costs less money. That's the only reason.
Oh my gosh, this is unfortunate.
Yeah, but isn't AI of their own IP? So like, does it even matter?
Also, this doesn't look like
We don't
Yokai
know.
Watch. This is like a different IP. This is like Haunted Hotel or something. This has nothing to do with Yokai Watch.
Oh, is it? Well, it's using AI.
Oh. So like the level 5 thing, the only thing I saw was the Layton stuff. I watched the trailer for the Layton stuff and I knew that was previewed there, and I'm obviously excited for that as a Professor Layton fan. But apparently a bunch of the other stuff got delayed.
Akin to, I guess, Layton in the same realm almost.
Okay.
They showed Phoenix Wright stuff. Well, they teased the Phoenix Wright thing where they're like, some big presentation is going to happen, and people were thinking, oh, it's going to be another Ace Attorney game. And then they went on to Twitter and they were like, yeah, don't be surprised about anything. Like, this is like, don't set your expectations too high. And it was literally just like informational, like, episode thing they made. I don't even know what it was, but it wasn't
About
a game.
Phoenix Wright?
Yeah, it was weird.
Okay, that's bizarre.
So, like,
you
I don't
mentioned
know.
Death Stranding earlier. Did they have a new trailer for that?
Yeah, they have 2, I believe I saw.
Is it gameplay or is it just like more cutscenes?
It's cutscenes.
I mean, that's fine. I haven't even watched it yet, though.
I would,
Do you guys want to do a live
I would-
reaction? I haven't watched it.
I don't know if you. They're very lengthy, so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That's fine. But Death Stranding 2, that got new information. That's cool. I know the state of play didn't really have much in it except for the new Ghost of Tsushima. That looks pretty cool.
Astrobot DLC too.
Ghost of Utah. Oh,
I
so what?
honestly think there was a lot in that state of play, and people.
Oh, let's take it
I
away.
liked
Go
it.
ahead. Okay.
Yeah,
I had
thought it
fun
was
watching
good.
it.
So what happened?
I made fun of it at the start, but by the end, I was just like, cool.
They
This
they
isn't that bad.
opened they opened with Astrobot DLC. They're going to be doing some like speed run specific levels of difficulty, which is great, and it's all free as far as I can tell. So that's very fun. And there's addition of like some new characters, like the Helldivers are in there, which is very very fun.
Eve from
and-
Stellar Blade as well.
And whatever, that's her name. So I expect that game to get a couple more things like that in the coming months
Great.
as well. So very fun, more Astrobot. Yeah, Goaty.
Has anyone else beaten it since the last show? I know we had a whole conversation.
I
about
beat it a couple days ago, and I'm
Sorry,
platinuming it
I-
right now.
I never played because PS5.
Really quick, actually, because
Yeah.
it is recent, and Tito brought up platinum, and it like gave me a bad recollection. Plucky Squire came out.
Oh yeah. Okay. Have you played that?
I would not recommend it.
Wait, why?
What?
It's on.
It
It's
is-
really like
It is
you
very
do it.
on rails,
Yeah.
and it's like it's
like-
definitely a game that wants to tell a story, obviously, because that's like what it is. But it's
Yeah.
I don't think it transitions, or it's, how do I want to word this? I don't think as a game it's a good medium for what they wanted to do with that.
Is it more like an interactive movie
literally
or
just make
something?
a storybook.
Yeah, because the gameplay is like, it's so bare bones and it's very handholdy, and like it's
You
more of a
don't think
puzzle
while you're playing,
game.
which is the worst part of like any game, is when you're not thinking about what you're doing.
Is it at least pretty though? Like, does it look?
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
the presentation's
Right.
amazing. That's like the highlight
course,
of it
yeah.
for sure. There is like the aspect of like coming out of the picture book, obviously, as well, and transitioning from like the 2D Zelda type thing to like a 3D adventure type thing as well, which I thought was cool. But like it loses its flair after a while, and I got pretty bored with it, honestly.
How long did you beat it?
No, I've been playing it off stream, but I'm like maybe 70% of the way done.
I thought it was on me because I was tired, but I fell asleep playing it.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
I mean, did you guys buy it or was it just free on PlayStation?
I have it on
Because I
PlayStation
know-
Plus. So.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I was
it's
gonna
free
say.
on
I
PS
speak
Plus.
on my purchases.
Yeah.
For the time being.
Dang.
But anyways, back to PlayStation State of Play.
Hey, so what else was there? Let's go ahead.
There was 2B in Stellar Blade.
Bro, they keep whoring this girl
Yep.
out, bro.
As
That
DLC.
poor woman.
She's
Yeah, to be
yeah.
fair, like if there's any game where it makes sense for her to be in, it's that one.
Yeah.
Well, but like the funny thing is in Nier, when you try to look at 2B's ass, she slaps the camera away.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's just me. I feel like every single new promotional art that they show
So
her,
it's so
her ass is
weird.
getting bigger. I swear it's
It is. It's like the Ryza
For
game
2B?
where her thighs kept
Yes.
getting bigger every
You got to
game.
do it slightly every time so they don't notice right away.
So they don't notice? That's funny as hell.
But yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Trying to remember what. Oh, there was the Lunar remakes that they showed off, which was great.
That looked cool, but like again, I can't. It's something about sitting down and booting up your PlayStation 5 NASA console to play a sprite pixel game. Play it somewhere
It
else,
rubs you
man.
wrong.
I mean, there's target audiences for it.
Just play it anywhere else.
It's just
I
cool
kinda feel
seeing
the
that
same way
game.
about that the Legacy of Kain remake.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
why didn't they just
Oh,
go
but
all
that
the
was
way
kind of hype.
and not? I was hype until I saw what it
Instead
looked
of a remaster? Yeah.
No,
that
I'm
was
not saying.
strange.
I'm like, you're on a new console. You're bringing back this old game.
Uh-huh.
Why are we trying to emulate PS1? It doesn't look good. Like,
There was like
take
multiple
advantage of it.
instances of people saying, "Oh, I thought it was already on the remake graphics before they showed like the remake graphics." And it
Yeah,
looked
that
worse.
shit was insane.
What was that game, Viram? I saw something literally when I was traveling, and you posted it in the podcast thing about like it looks like a sprite-based 3D game, but it's like an RPG, and it's got like super cinematic combat. It looked really cool, but I can't find the post for it.
Yeah, it was just a random Twitter post. It's not like it was in TGS or anything.
Oh, I thought it was part of TGS because it was amidst
No,
like
no,
all
no.
that. Oh, okay. Well, what was that game though? Because it looked amazing. I'll find the thing.
I don't remember what it was called.
Threads of Time. Here, I
Yeah.
pulled it up. I had to look on the thing. Yeah, if you have not seen this, it's this really pretty looking cinematic turn-based JRPG. Is this like from an indie too? Because it looks incredible.
What is it
Even
called?
like the visual Threads of Time.
Is it out or?
No,
It says
it's-
wish list now, so I don't think it's out yet. But it just looks really cool. It's like a 2D HD-esque version of it mixed with like anime cutscenes and stuff. It just looks really good, and it stood out to me when I was looking amidst all the other TGS stuff. I noticed that. I also noticed that they added Ken and Chun-Li to City of the Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the general feeling about that?
I mean, that's really cool. Like
Max
seeing
lost his mind.
collaborative between like Mai and Terry are being Street Fighter 6 and Ken and Chun-Li are now gonna be in City of the Wolves is really cool. It's funny because they there was an interview during TGS where they actually announced it, and they said that the discussion happened last Evo. They just like started talking, and then they went to, I think they said to Korean barbecue, and we're just talking over it, and that's when they made the deal to do it.
Now, why did they go with Ken instead of Ryu?
Because Ken and Terry have that relationship across games.
They're boys.
Across like in CVS and stuff. In Street Fighter 6 as well. In I think Terry's story is like his ending cutscene has new Shinkiro art with Ken and Terry as well, so it makes sense considering their relationship. And then Mai and Chun-Li, of course, also have their own relationship as well.
Of course.
Ryu don't fuck with nobody.
I think it's funny that the artwork for the second collection that has like Power Stone in it has all these characters on the cover of it. Like they were almost hinting about the crossover for both sides.
You're talking about the fighting game collection thing?
Yeah, the fighting game collection.
Second fighting game collection. That is
Mai, Ken, and Chun-Li on the cover of it.
cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. We played City of the Wolves. There's a whole video of our preview of City of the Wolves. It's on the YouTube channel now, so go check that out.
They also showed the flagship monster and release date for Monster Hunter Wilds.
And when is that?
February 25th, I believe.
Oh, great.
28th.
28th.
late February.
Well, yeah, last day, literally.
What do people think of the flagship monster?
I mean, it's
That,
cool.
cool.
that trailer made me want to play Monster Hunter even more, man.
I love everything I'm seeing, especially like I love like the whole idea of dual. Like it seems very in line with what I thought the game was going to be, which is nope, you're going to go out here and just stay out here as long as you want and fight as long as you want and not have this kind of really repetitive, like they really are with everything that they're showing without seeing direct gameplay or show or without like seeing like the game from beginning to end are
Sure.
really kind of Roger doing exactly what we thought they were going to do,
Which is good. That's what I wanted. Yeah, where you
which
just
is
can
like,
go out,
hey, yeah,
do your
go
quest,
out,
hunt a bunch
your
of stuff.
shit, come back. You don't have to load every 16 seconds.
I
Like, you
love
don't
that.
have to like,
Yeah.
like you are just. It seems they're really emphasizing this is one fluid monster hunting experience.
Which I think is
And-
kind of what I wanted in the first
Yes,
place. Like when we had that whole conversation, that was the whole big thing. Is I said, well, what would be the point if that wasn't the case? And they said this is open world. So yeah.
And so that's
They
cool.
didn't
Like you
say
could
it was
dual
open
wield
world at the time,
weapons,
though.
which is really cool. So it's like you don't have to. So basically, that gives you a second loadout. I'm interested to see how that works with armor. So I'm assuming you're just gonna like most people will take like a piercing weapon and a blunt weapon depending on the monster, or they'll take like a range. Like there's a lot of loadouts you can do, or you can take multiple of the same weapon to have different elements if you're hunting multiple. It just seems very intuitive. And most importantly, them cats can cook, bro. You see them cooking animations? That shit was crazy. Like that was cooking animations, fucking fire.
Now, how many trailers did they have for this?
Hungry-ass boys.
Obviously, there was a
Listen
demo.
here,
I
man, I'm
was
not-
just about to
least
talk
I'm not-
about
Hell,
it.
bro.
hey,
You see
hey,
the
Hungry,
bro?
hungry.
Hey,
you see-
at least I'm not.
You see the
Golly.
Hey,
Hungry
Shofu,
ass
listen,
nigga, goddamn.
at least I'm not out here.
hungry ass boy.
At least I'm not out here sticking my dick in pizzas and shit,
Oh
nigga. What you
shit,
talking
that's
about?
crazy as fuck.
All right.
He was fucking that
Alright.
right there.
Alright. Yeah, he didn't defend himself this time. I think like
He knows what he was
the
doing.
pressure is mounting.
Yeah, he knows.
Now, okay. Before he comes back, or if he comes back, did McDareth ever apologize to you, Tito, for being wrong about it being open world?
I don't need
Did he ever
apologies.
formally apologize to you?
I don't need
Well,
apologies.
I mean, I think
What the
it's
fuck are you
due
talking
just
about?
because.
The whole discussion
No,
was
it's just
they
because
thought it was gonna
you
be
came
this
at him
way,
in a
and-
weird way.
Ricky, can you
I don't know.
shut up? Can you shut up?
Okay, yeah, I'm listening.
Jesus. You bring up some nonsense and
listening.
keep talking. The whole
Uh-huh.
discussion was they felt there was going to be open world. My point was they didn't say it was open world yet, and my thing is, like, temper your expectations until they say it's this way. That's what I was saying because Monster Hunter hasn't done that yet. And then when they announced, no, this is the way it is.
That's
like,
really
okay, cool.
that's like what he
So
said,
they're
but that's
right.
not. We all were there. That's not really what he was saying. He's saying there was no way it was going to be
Right,
open world.
he's
That's
kind
kinda how he
of
was
twisting the
presenting it.
narrative a bit.
But like it's
That's
fine.
not-
I don't need him to. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay,
me being,
yeah.
I don't care about being right. I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
He is
like,
the bigger
I just hope- I just
Tito
hope he
has
enjoys the
always
game.
been the bigger
You know what I'm
person.
saying? I'm just over here. You know what I'm saying? I just hope everyone has a good time. You know what I'm saying? Drink
Literally
water and
exactly what I
shit. You know what I'm
said.
saying? Get to the
That's
fucking
all
money.
good.
You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go over there, hate, he
I
can.
feel you, bro. I feel you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
man.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Roger, you there?
All right. Well,
Roger?
oh,
I'm
shit.
here.
Oh, okay, so you heard
Okay.
what Ricky said, though.
I did indeed. Yeah. You said that Tito's the bigger person.
No, not that.
Wait, what was the other thing he said?
Don't worry about it, bro. Just carry on with the show.
Something bad's gonna happen this episode, man.
Why? Something bad. What kind of threat is that?
He's not making
don't
a
wish
he's
that-
not
don't
making a
wish
threat.
that-
He's just
don't
saying
wish that
it
evil
might
on us,
happen.
Jeff. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, right?
Well, what else? Okay, so again, I kept bringing it up, but no one seems to care that much. The Ghost of Tsushima sequel, Ghost of
No,
Yokoi.
I mean, I was
Fair
waiting to the
enough.
end.
that looks
you
amazing.
I never played.
Yeah, it
the
looks
first
really
one,
good.
so.
Game's full fire. I mean,
Is that game like a Souls like, or is it more?
No, it's like
Uh,
Assassin's.
Assassin's
People call
Creed.
it the best Assassin's Creed since
Yes.
like.
Assassin's
know.
Creed.
Yeah.
it's if they
It's
made
best by far,
Assassin's
yes.
Creed 2 now and use
Oh
like
shit!
modern
Then I should play it.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
always under the assumption it was a Souls game. That's why.
It,
No.
it had
No.
like there's
No,
not, it's
not
not
really.
really a Souls game. You can go into these dual modes that are like easy mode Souls like, but it's really not. Like basically the whole point of the game is that you can basically do two types of combat the whole game. You can do complete assassin's stealth bullshit, or you could just pull up on niggas and duel everybody, and basically the game turns into like a Souls like light.
Okay, that sounds kind of fire.
So you can basically do 2 playthroughs of the
It's
game
cool.
if you wanted. It's fire, and the story's crazy, and it's like it's really fucking good.
I've
and
been playing it on and off. I need to get back to it.
If you have a PS5, you can just play it for free.
Yeah, I keep
So-
seeing it, so I'm probably gonna give it a try after.
If you
I'm
can
done
play it
with
for free, then
Spotify.
you definitely should play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ghost of Tsushima is amazing. I have to go back to it.
So if the combat is anything like that, I mean, it's gonna be fire.
I mean, it's cool that Eric Aishi's playing the main character.
Eric
and
Ishii is
pretty
also
cool.
fucking fire. So like, I just don't understand. I mean, I do understand why, because people, literacy is very difficult, especially in America, and so they don't understand that sometimes when you're in a different time, things are different. And I mean literal time. Like if you move forward 400 years, then the character from the first game won't be there because he's dead.
Oh yeah, people are, dude.
so-
The outrage from that game just being announced and getting a teaser has been so weird. Twitter is
Outrage? I felt like
Yeah,
people were
people-
overall super excited.
People are angry that you're not playing the main character from the first one, and that you're playing
Even
as
though
a
it's
woman
called
in the
Ghost, it's a
second.
different.
People
Yeah,
are
like,
mad
It's
at
not even the
everything
same
that
place.
it
Yeah,
is,
it's just a sequel.
Well, because it's not a sequel. Like it's like, first of all, like
It's a
It's a
different.
successor, but it's not
Yeah.
a direct sequel.
if you play the first game, the first game, this isn't even a spoiler. The first game ends.
Right.
Like it's not like you're playing God of War PS4 and being like, clearly there's a second game where I'm gonna play. No, the game's over. So like, like, why would you assume that? All right, just people can't.
It's in
people
a
can't
different
read.
area of Japan entirely.
It's not only in a different area, Zeph. It's like 300 years in the future.
Right,
And,
because the
yeah,
whole thing that I
nothing was
read,
popping off
this
at
is one of the
Yosemite
few things
Mountain.
that I saw when I was in Japan, is in terms of like the news that was coming out of this, is that they mentioned that this is going to be basically like the second game in what is going to be a huge series where they're spanning like all different types of Japan,
That'd be cool.
and they're going to have like a show, and they're going to have movies and things. They're trying to make it
They
like a
showed,
multimedia
at the
thing.
end of
Yeah, and
this
I do
one-
think that's cool. The
So, like,
trailer
they
looked
showed
great.
guns at the end of this, so I assume the big bad will be Nobunaga.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, probably.
But like it's really cool. I think like because the whole thing with Ghost with Tsushima 1 was you have this dichotomy of like you can be big samurai man who's like pulling up on everybody, or you could be stealth ninja. And most people I think played stealth ninja mode, and that is the most fun, but big dumb samurai guy is super fun. I think this game is going to be you can play super ninja or you can play sniper girl.
Or you could play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, or you can play fucking John Wick. Like,
Yeah.
you can just John Wick your way. And I think that's also fun. Like just like this I have nothing but good things to say about that game, and if anything about that trailer told me anything, it's going to be I hope it's just as good. I have no reason to believe it
Great.
it won't be.
Right.
Roger,
Yes,
is this game going to be on the Switch too?
bro. Okay.
Oh.
So anyway, so then we got a trailer. We got a
Wait,
trailer.
wait.
Uh,
No, I'm not going to talk about that really, but it is related. But not. Okay, because I want to talk about this now because I don't know how long this is going to take. Because I don't think we've talked had a show since the Nintendo Ninjas were released on Pal World. Have we talked about this?
oh no.
Oh, I don't think
Go ahead.
so.
Because I went deep into the rabbit hole. I went deep into the rabbit hole. It was fucking crazy.
So let's hear it. So how deep did you go in the rabbit hole, and what's exactly going
I
on there? Because
watched-
I heard about this Pal World suit, but I don't know like what the extent of it is.
Okay, so I am not a lawyer. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so I have to say that, but it is my best understanding that they're filing several lawsuits against Pal World, and where people are getting confused on is how patents work, because patent work is inherently really confusing on purpose because it's shitty, and that's how businesses make a bunch of money. So, long story short, if I make a patent on something, right? A patent is usually on a form of technology or a specific idea, not an IP, not a general, but like a specific thing. It's usually
Sure.
tied to the
Game
dimension.
mechanics is like,
Yeah, a game mechanic specific. Okay, I can make a patent.
so insane.
Yeah, I know. I can make a patent on it, and that's fine. But what happens is that if I have an idea later that stems from that patent, then I can file a patent on that specific idea, and the law treats it as if it was filed on the previous patent. So if I have an idea, let's say, for example, if I have an idea like I want my character to run, okay? If I can prove, and this wouldn't work, but this is a very simple version, okay? If my character to sprint, and I got off of that idea from my character running, I can file a patent for sprinting. And then it's treated as if I filed it the same time my patent for running went in. So the reason why this is important is because people were like seeing the date of the patent on the Pokeball mechanic, which happened after Pal World release. And so it looked as if Nintendo saw, this is exactly what happened, but they're actually legally allowed to do this. So it's actually, they're both true. They looked as if though they saw Pal World using their Pal Sphere mechanic and then filed a patent on Pokeballs.
It's also, I don't know if you mentioned this because I zoned out for a sec. I was reading something. It's also it's much easier to sue for anything that isn't copyright infringement because
Correct.
It's so subjective.
Correct.
So if they're clearly going after them because of how similar everything is to Pokemon, but
Sure.
using patents as a front is much easier than
Correct.
being like, hey, they copied Pikachu.
Correct. Because
See,
I can always prove.
Because my assumption, based on what I had heard,
yes.
like from the news stories coming out, right, is like, remember when we were talking about Pal World earlier this year, and we were talking about how like there were the character models that were like straight up rips of Primarina and like Gardevoir, and that they were built from.
I think
those
some
original
models even had like
That's-
the same bone count, which is
right.
insane.
That's what I assumed this was about.
Correct.
And when I saw people saying like, "Oh my God, I can't believe Nintendo is doing this," or like, "Why are they doing this now? The game's over." The thing to me that makes the most sense, if I am a company, is I'm gonna wait until the thing that I am suing
Blindside
has
the
already made
motherfucker.
its money, and then I make the money back. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, I am not surprised that they would have waited this long to do it. If anything, it makes the most sense that they would wait.
Something
to
also
make
I
the
find like
maximum amount of money, and then when nobody cares, you take it away.
there's a really funny phenomenon going on right now where Pal World had like about 5 fans and then Nintendo sued them and now Pal World has people that like it and hate Nintendo for suing it. That is interesting. You're all fake.
Yeah, it's one of those things,
But-
like, and it definitely brings up a really good point about the patents because, like he said, it's copyright law is so stupid, because you have to decide what country you're suing them in. Are you suing them in America or are you suing them in Japan? And that's a whole other thing that I'm not qualified to speak about. So true, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I've
And then-
played Pal World too. I'll tell you exactly how many hours I have. Hold on.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
a
can
lot
tell
of
you,
a lot of people did. I feel like we had a whole episode about
I
it.
got 55
Yeah.
hours.
I
in
played
it,
the
so
fuck
I'm not
Pal
just
World, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
See, a lot of us
I feel like everybody played it when
I'm
it
not
first
just
came
talking.
out.
Not me.
And then exactly. And it made money, and then Microsoft did the acquisition. We talked about that later in the year, and that now apparently the game's coming to PS, which I also thought was super funny that they
I thought that was
announced
so
there's a
funny that they
PS5
were just like,
version
we got sued
right
yesterday, but
afterwards.
anyway, we're
We're
on
like, we're gonna do this,
PlayStation.
right? But
Yeah,
at
I
that
was
point, you're like,
confused by
make
that
the most
too.
amount of make the most amount of money that you can beforehand. You know, it's like, to me, I'm not shocked by any of this. I don't know, like this wasn't a shocking thing
Of
to me
course, bro.
when I saw this news story. Like, of course they're gonna sue
People are
them.
like, and
You
why
know?
why are people acting like a fuck 2 + 2 doesn't equal fucking 4, bro? They copied them shits to the fucking
Right, like
yeah, it's ridiculous.
you can
it's
enjoy
clear
the
as
thing,
day. Like what the fuck?
but
The best
exactly.
example
It's like,
or analogy I saw was people are upset that the dude who was poking the 20-foot tall angry bear got attacked.
Right.
right, it's like, of course that's gonna happen. What
Are
do you
you
think?
insane?
Because I also
Like,
feel like there's
disrespecting
because
them.
the one
Okay.
thing I saw from a lot of people was people mentioning like, I can't believe they're going after this. Like, what is this going to mean for other monster catcher games? I'm like, bro, Digimon has existed just
That's
fine.
what I was just
You don't
You've got
have
like
to-
you've got like what cassette beasts that was like in the direct. They had cassette beasts. Look at Temtem, bro. We're Temtem boys. Temtem's chilling. There's
been a
no
million
problem.
fucking games just
Yeah,
like
Temtem-
This
Pokemon.
happens constantly.
See, Temtem didn't get the same press as Pal World because all their designs sucked because they didn't copy Pokemon.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but they didn't copy. That's the thing, exactly. Is because they didn't copy Pokemon. Temtem's fine.
But that-
no
and
one's
that-
going after
yeah.
Temtem's on Switch. It's literally on
But
Switch.
it-
Is it on Switch too?
Bro, come on, what are you doing?
No. Okay, but no.
We're gonna get
no,
you.
no, no, we're gonna get you.
He almost folded. He was like, yes.
Ricky, you see
Almost
how
got
sick
him.
I was with
That was a
man.
good one, Tito. That was a good one. You almost had him.
Yeah, here's the thing specifically about this as well is that again, back to Zeph made a great point about going for the patent route, which is, if I'm Pokemon, I can't necessarily prove it's not about proving a good case. It's about proving a good enough case when it comes to copyright law that they copy the game because other than the catching mechanic, a lawyer could easily make the argument their games are nothing alike in any way. You could easily make that argument.
Yeah, of course.
And
yeah.
so because
I mean,
of that,
to be fair, it's more of like a crafting game than it is a Pokemon game.
Let's put it this way: Arc has a higher chance of success,
which we also talked about. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in that particular arena, by suing specifically on those patents of saying it's not that you copied our Pokemon because we can't really prove that you did that. We can't even prove that you ripped our models. But what we can do is say we have a patent on throwing balls to catch monsters, and you did that verbatim in your game.
Isn't that gonna smoke fucking 17,000 other games?
Yes, correct.
I was
correct.
just about to. Okay,
Correct.
everybody's thinking.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
It sets a precedent, though.
But the thing is, like, for example,
I can understand how this.
No, I was saying, for example, like Roger was mentioning a few that don't do that. Cassette Beast does not use Pokeballs, but it's the same mechanic, but they use cassette tapes. Digimon does not use any of that shit. You don't catch them at all. So they don't get smoked. But yeah, what were you saying?
It just seems a little antitrust. It seems like Nintendo is trying to form a monopoly here, and I can understand that perspective for why some people would be upset that Nintendo is going this route.
The only way, Ricky, and this is
they leaving it with some.
No. The only way, and this is what I'm glad somebody said it in chat because I was actually like also about to say this. In relation to how it relates to every other game, every video I've seen, every lawyer that's looked at the case and the claim, and everybody has all said the most likely way that Power World does not get smoked is that if a lawyer declares that the patent on throwing balls to catch monsters is invalid. That if they say that that patent is too general, you can't patent that because it's too generic of an idea.
But I would think even if they're going even easier than this, right? If they can prove that they pulled the models of actual Pokemon out of the game and then use those models for the game, they can easily smoke them.
Yeah,
for
but they
that.
can't prove
Yeah, but they can't.
They can't prove
No,
that.
but there's going to be a discovery phase, most likely.
100%. Yeah, that's how this
And
works,
then
right?
they
There
can
will be a
figure that
discovery
shit out
phase
during that phase.
That's
Right,
why they're
right,
using
right.
this patent as an opening to start this like lawsuit.
Right.
No, I'm just talking about in the only way, not Pokemon, but Power World doesn't get smoked. Like, for example, if Power World wins the case, the most easy way and the most straightforward way for them to win is for a judge to go, Nintendo Game Freak, you guys cannot patent the idea of throwing something at a monster to catch it. That's too generic.
That'll never happen though.
And I'm not. Yeah, I agree, but it is very because it's too specific to not be able to be patented. But that would be a way that Power World could just like literally walk out of the court that same day.
There's not a single universe where Power World doesn't win this case. Like it's just, it's
win.
dinner. It's done.
Does it win?
Or doesn't
You mean
lose.
Nintendo?
Or wait,
Oh
no.
yeah, it doesn't
Okay,
lose. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I was like, huh? I mean,
Most likely, most likely,
You're right.
if it gets to the point where the judge does not side that way with them, they're just going to settle. Because if this goes to discovery,
for
they're
sure.
probably screwed.
They're screwed at that. That's my point. See, it's like I saw somebody in the chat say, like, how could you not prove the model thing? Like, you just show them the models, and like you mentioned, if you goes to discovery and they show them the models, that's when they're going to be in trouble.
It's
So
more
I
than just models. Look at
Man,
models.
I think
Look
it's
at
a lot of
company
shit.
email. Like it's a
yeah,
lot of
because I
shit.
agree. I agree that I definitely feel like they'll lose, but I also agree that I think it will be something that's settled because of how much money is now behind it with Microsoft backing and with Sony
Yeah.
backing.
I also think that there's no reason. For
I don't think the
Microsoft
game
to
is
allow it to
going
go forward.
anywhere. I don't think like Pal World is going anywhere. I don't think you're ever going to see it on a Nintendo system, obviously. But I also don't think it's going anywhere. I think it'll just be a settlement.
All the
you know?
judge really needs to do is look at Pokemon, look at Power World, and fucking bang the goddamn gavel. Like, can we? What are we talking
It's like,
about?
oh, yeah, Pikachu was done. Okay,
It's also
whatever
impossible,
Pokemon
like-
says they did, they fucking did it. I don't give
It's
a fuck.
impossible to beat them because the judge is gonna know who Pikachu is.
right.
Surely.
Right.
Maybe.
Everyone knows who Pikachu. Everyone knows Pikachu.
Who is hating, bro? I played the fuck out of Power World. I know what the fuck I saw. Let's not fucking kid ourselves and act like they didn't take everything
Pikachu's
fucking
the
word
only
for
one
word,
that
bar for
didn't
bar. Can we please
Oh,
stop
yeah.
this?
I mean, I feel like
I swear to
you
God,
can-
Pikachu is the only
two
one
things-
they didn't blatantly rip off of because they were scared.
Two things can be true. You can absolutely say you enjoyed the time that you played with the game, and that this game is probably going to get smoked in court.
Power
That-
World is
they can both
Power
be
World is
true.
1,000 times better than any Pokemon game I fucking played. But I ain't gonna act like they didn't fucking copy and paste that motherfucker. What the fuck?
Right. Yeah.
You don't think
Yeah,
they
I
you don't
think- I
think they
think it's
diversified
pretty-
themselves enough?
It's pretty easy to make a good Pokemon game when you don't have to make Pokemon.
Exactly.
And obviously
They've
been really
also
good
admitted
Pokemon
to
games.
using, like we said with Yokai, they've went on and praised generative Pokemon design AI. So that's not good. Because
Man, oh
where
man.
you get the data for Pokemon generation? Probably
Also,
from
speaking
Pokemon.
Speaking of Pokemon generative AI, I looked up that thing you were talking about, Zeph, with the level 5 game.
Yeah.
And so apparently that is a new IP, but it's the new IP that's supposed to be the Yokai Watch successor.
Well, it's failed.
So it's called Holy Horror Manor, and apparently it was the big surprise thing about the level
And they
5
use
presentation
AI?
that had fantasy. Yeah, it's Fantasy Life. And
Level
Professor
5 is
Layton.
known for their artwork, dude.
And it literally says, Holy Horror Manor apparently does use generative AI. It looks to be an all ages RPG. We're going to find out more about it in spring 2025. But yeah, I immediately looked at this trailer and was like, oh, I see what you were talking about with the buildings. So that's also that Deca Police game got delayed. A bunch of stuff got delayed.
Bro, Roger, Layton's going to have a puzzle and the AI art's going to make it like... Gonna be like unsolvable.
See, I actually don't think Layton is gonna have this issue for a
visual
specific
novels.
reason.
Making visual novels have AI art is really bad because it's so easy.
I don't think Layton's going to have that issue, and I don't think they're doing it for Layton because of what the producer said at TGS about this new Layton game. He said literally they made it because Nintendo asked is why they did it.
Oh,
and I think the other thing about it is
Nintendo sees AI.
Yeah, Nintendo's not going to
like,
let, especially because like there was that whole conversation that happened on Twitter
With
a couple days
Miyamoto,
ago, right? Where Miyamoto was like, even if everyone else is doing AI, we're going to go off and do our own thing because that probably means that it's not like the Nintendo way.
And I want to say like, with my all the opinions I've gave on AI this episode, I'm very much for most AI. I'm not against AI like inherently like a lot of people. It's a great tool, just not when it steals from humans.
Yeah, and that doesn't seem to be the case with Layton. Layton does seem like it's new assets. They even mentioned that the puzzles are made by this company called Quiznok, which if you're not familiar with like Japanese YouTube, it's basically what?
What?
What are you referring to?
What?
Yeah.
You said, what did you call me?
Huh?
Okay. So anyway, so that Layton game, they showed a little bit more of that. There was I can't win this episode, man. I can't win. Any other TGS news before we move on to some other stuff?
Is that Layton game on
Anything
Switch
else? The Layton game's gonna be on Switch. They've already said it's gonna be on Nintendo Switch.
What about the other ones?
What about the new one?
Well, what we do know is that they actually delayed the Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact game.
I didn't
know
ask
we
about
talked
that.
about this during Evo. I know you didn't ask, and I'm asking you to be quiet for a second as I talk about the delay. So basically, they delayed the new Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact game, but they announced the full starting roster of the game. They also said the big exclusion from the starting roster of the game is actually going to be Pitou. But Kite's in there.
Interesting.
Obviously they're doing that because of DLC, no doubt about it. That's why.
Yeah.
But Kite's in there, Metawem's in there, the Bomber's in there.
I feel like more people would have bought Kite though.
I don't think so.
Pitou doesn't do anything except,
Right, but that moment is pretty
Where's
iconic. I
Knuckle,
feel like that's
man?
probably
Where's
why.
Knuckle?
Knuckle's probably DLC
Yeah,
as
Knuckle
well.
would be sick too.
My guess
Is Morel in?
Where's the octopus?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Morel's-
Morale's confirmed.
Yeah, Morel's
Okay.
in there. I think Morel is already in there, but I think Knuckle, if I had to guess, Knuckle, Pitou, probably who's the rat dude that Matt Houston likes? The rat guy?
I don't know who that is. What? What rat?
The rat guy from people
The
know who I'm
Zodiac?
talking about in the chat. Yeah,
Is it
no.
the Zodiac?
When they're in, but it's like when they're doing the Hunter
Oh, Pariston.
election. Pariston, thank you very much. Pariston.
He's a rat?
Well, he's like meant to.
He's
I think
that Zodiac,
Harrison.
yeah.
And then I think the other one's going to be Ikalgo. If I had to guess, I think Ikalgo is going to be a DLC.
He would be
character, too, 'cause you could
hilarious.
easily-
No,
yeah.
I could see. Also, I could see Ikalgo being part of someone's moveset.
Let me
Ikalgo
pull
gotta
up
be in
the
the
roster,
game, bro.
though. Hold
That's the
on, because I
boy.
think I'm sure he's going to be in it in some way, but I don't think. Let me look this up. Nen Impact. I'll pull up the exact roster again. Develop
Like a core part of someone's moveset.
I mean, I don't think there's really anyone. Meruem is in it.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have any.
They have the other Chimera because
Any
obviously
assists.
Zepito isn't there. But what about Shipuff and UP?
I think Yuppie is actually in there. Wow, man, I hate that I can't find this. Hold on. Hunter,
What
and
form
Nen
is
Impact.
Yuki in?
I'm assuming it would be the normal one.
Where he's like human and not a horse?
Let's see. Oh, here we go. Full character roster. Hunter, Nen Impact. Here we go.
Drop the link.
Click
to
this.
it.
I'm finding the link right now. Wait, where did this go? Wait. Ugh. I hate when these websites have like 3 different things you have to click through to just get to one thing. All right. Phaeton has been confirmed. Hunter, Nen Impact delayed to add rollback netcode. Will now release in 2025. Roster.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because, like, I think we're definitely at the point with fighting games where people just assume that they're going to have rollback. So the fact that they didn't have it originally, but they just kind of kept quiet about it, I think is quite funny.
Here we go. 16 characters. It's Gon, Killua, Leorio, Kurapika, Hisoka, Netero, Bisky, Machi, Uvo, Crollo, Phaeton, Meruem, Genthru, who's the bomber, Razor, who's like the dodgeball guy, Morel, and Kite. So those are the main 16, and they've announced that there's going to be 4 DLC fighters. And like I said, I'm imagining Pito's probably one of them. I think Ikalgo's probably one of them. Pariston's probably one of them. And I think
Are they
Gin
all
is
gonna
probably one of them
be
too.
Chimera Ant onwards for DLC?
I mean, maybe. I doubt that they're going to dive into some of the stuff from the manga. That would be
'Cause
very
there's, like,
weird.
There's still a load of like the Phantom Troop members, other Phantom.
Yeah,
Troop
they
members
have
that
they
probably
added
released.
like the
I mean, they have the
neck
main one.
breaker guy or
They got Machi, Bisky. Well, Bisky's not a Phantom Troop, but they have Crollo, Uvo, Machi,
the-
Phaeton,
No,
and
Gonzaga.
Hisoka.
Did you say Crollo?
Crollo's there, yeah, of course.
Okay,
It's,
okay.
it's
I mean, there's
over.
no way they would make the game without Crollo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what I was gonna be saying.
Yeah, that would be
guaranteed.
insane.
Yeah. It does seem like a small roster though for a 3v3 fighting game. To
I
only
think
have
it's like
6
Yeah.
obviously the
characters.
budget's so cheap. It looks like Naruto Clash of Ninja, so it's they probably don't have a lot to.
Mhm.
I think that means the core roster will be very well thought out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, it was fun. Like when McDareth and I played at Evo, it was a fun game.
It looks like it plays phenomenally. It's just ugly.
Yeah.
It's another
will
Marvel
say-
Infinite situation.
At Evo, it looked much better than.
Oh,
what
okay.
the
Oh,
House of
significantly
Infinite
better.
Does it have
yeah.
shadows now?
Yeah, it had
was.
shadows.
Yeah.
No, it had shadows when we were playing it.
Interestingly, so the other thing that they changed about the game, which is a very major thing to change, is that it now has an active tag mechanic, similar to games like BB Tag and Marvel Infinite, rather than just having assists, which is a very big gameplay change to change this late into development.
It is kind of
This is also super weird. You mentioned that, and then I don't know. This was the next story that came up, and I was like, "This can't be real. This is crazy." Apparently, as of today, the Nintendo Switch now has the record for the biggest library of console games ever in the history
I'm not
of
gonna
video
lie.
games.
I thought you were gonna say something about the Switch too.
No. So it said
What'd you say?
apparently Windows, like actual Windows, has 66,569 games. Macintosh has 19,512 games. iPhone has 12,254. Android has 11,785. And right behind Android at 11,555 games as of today is Nintendo Switch.
But
Damn.
that's probably just all shovelware dog shit.
What's crazy though is it's directly behind it is PS4. PS4 has 10,870. So it's not like it's really that far behind. And then weirdly enough, I would not have thought this would be the next one. The next one after this is the Xbox series, which has 9,067.
I'm not shocked by that.
How is that possible?
The Xbox store, if you look at the store, no. If you look at the Xbox store, there's a lot of dog shit on there. I did an entire
9,000?
stream. I did a stream where I was literally just going through the marketplace for the games, and there's so much like 10-year-olds making video games essentially.
Wow.
Like it's crazy.
There's that, and then like stuff that was on the 360, you can still just buy. A lot of stuff that was like you could buy from the 360.
I do think this list includes backwards compatibility stuff that you can buy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it includes that. Man, oh man.
I think with Nintendo, it's because like their online program and all the stuff they're releasing, all that's included.
What is this about Activision Blizzard, Coast?
400 more layoffs.
Yeah.
Dang.
There was another company that had layoffs too, but I'm like,
It was Microsoft.
I can't keep up with them anymore.
Microsoft, I was gonna say, I think Microsoft had another huge one.
Yeah, Microsoft had one that hit Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard already, and now they did it again.
And then Zeph, what is this thing with PS5 Pro? Oh no, that wasn't Zeph that linked this. This is Coast that linked this too.
Oh
It
yeah,
says
that's apparently the
PS5
PS5 Pro link. PS5 Pro specs got leaked. I'm the more I'm looking at it, the more I think it is real because it's like, it's nothing really too over the top or shocking or anything like that. So yeah, that's PS5 Pro.
See, I assumed that all this stuff was already out there. I didn't think it even leaked. I thought they just straight up said it.
No, they've said that like the GPU has more tensor cores, I think that is for ray tracing. So they said that, but they never gave us a number.
I gotcha. Well, I was waiting to do this, but I figure we could do it now. And Fidel's not here, which is good. So I feel like McDareth will make it quick. What happened during the Sonic Central?
Oh my god.
Not much, really.
Let's go.
Bro,
Honestly, we could blaze through this in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
There was not much.
All of this that's going on. That was.
It was.
Hurry up, man.
It was a sigh of relief. I'm happy we're here. Come on, go.
Okay. So it's Sonic Central basically is trying to sell you things. A lot of stuff they were up there just stuff to be sold. The biggest news was that they shut off more stuff for Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, and the biggest hint from that one, besides that they showed more story bits of it. So they showed like when Shadow was first created, there's new models of Maria and Gerald Robotnik, and then a teaser that Shadow might run into both of them while in null space. No, it's not called null space. The thing is called the White. I can't remember what the area is in Generations. So you might run into them there, and they teased in that trailer that there's a Sonic rival battle, which was going to be assumed since Sonic had a Shadow rival battle.
Honestly, the only other like, not even like important but kind of fun things in the trailer were not the trailer in the Sonic Central thing were the Sonic and DC collab comics.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty cool. They showed off the other Sonic characters as like superheroes. So they had like Sonic as the Flash, Knuckles as Superman, Wonder Woman, Amy, was it Silver as Green Lantern?
Yeah, Silver as Green Lantern.
And like Tails as Cyborg, I think.
Yeah.
And then they also had like this cute little commercial for this special edition, what was it, Gerald Robotnik kind of diary. They had this like cute 90s style commercial in it, which was good fun. But aside from that, there wasn't really much in it.
And the diary is a pre-order bonus. So if you pre-order Sonic Shadow Generations, you get the physical diary with it.
What's going on with Keanu Reeves?
They shut off Mephiles. That was the PlayStation.
Yeah, the Shadow movie game.
That was State of Play.
Oh, that wasn't in Sonic Central?
No. For the State of Play.
Oh,
so basically
weird as fuck. But
that's super weird. Yeah.
There's gonna be DLC around the time the movie drops that will have Shadow enter a new area, and it's the movie world, and he'll be voiced by Keanu Reeves, and the model will be the movie Shadow.
And that's in Sonic Shadow Generations?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm also seeing this. I guess we didn't talk about this, but we can. Has anybody played Metaphor yet?
The demo?
I played the first hour of the demo.
So what is it like? How are you feeling about it so far?
You've played more of it than me, Coast, presumably.
I haven't played the demo at all.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh,
literally,
okay.
I've only played an hour. I've done like the first boss, so I can't really get much of an opinion on it. I mean, it doesn't look all that nice, like visually.
Really?
But the UI looks fantastic. It looks like it's modern Atlas UI. It looks phenomenal. But like the game, I think artistically isn't super stellar. Some of the character designs are cool. The music's great. The mechanics are like the gameplay mechanics are cool. They're like Persona-esque, turn-based combat style of gameplay, but also that it has its own kind of twists and differences. I'll be able to give a much more robust opinion once I've played more of it.
Well, it
Adam
comes
told
out
me he was
by the next
he
show.
was really excited that there were elves in the game.
I didn't say that at all, bro.
That there were elves. You're a big elf.
Yeah, he
fan?
likes elves a lot.
I didn't
That's
say
cool.
that at all,
Little-
What's
bro.
wrong with
little
that?
ones,
Elves are cool.
especially.
Little one. Well, you do play as the Lalafell in Final Fantasy 14. Don't you? Aren't you a Lalafell?
Shut up, man.
You are a Lalafell.
You fuck pizzas.
I don't. Okay, this is the most ridiculous thing on the
You're a
planet. I don't know how.
Roger. Roger, what do you like cut a hole in it or do you like roll
I
it
don't.
up?
I don't know, even know why this has become a thing. I literally got up to go
You
get
roll
a
it up,
pizza.
huh?
Because you
Came
were gone
back,
for 20 minutes, buddy. So you was obviously
wasn't
back there
20
fucking
minutes.
that pizza. Yes,
It
you
was
were.
not 20 minutes.
It was
It
way
was not.
too
I had to
long
run
to
to
be
the
getting
front
some
entrance,
pizza.
let the guy in because the door wasn't opening. Then I had to go get my pizza. Then I came back and I had my crazy bread, and I wanted to make sure that I. It's just crazy, man. This is just crazy. It
Not
didn't even
the
take that
crazy
long.
That's what they call it now? Crazy?
Crazy bread. It's always been crazy bread.
Nah, that's not what I meant.
It's always been crazy bread. That's like the cheese bread.
That's not what I meant.
All right. Well, I'm trying to think if there was anything else to cover.
I feel like
through
we're
some of the
missing something, but I
news.
can't.
I can't put my finger on what we're missing.
Yeah.
What is it? There's something that happened.
Echoes?
I just don't remember.
Wait.
New Zelda
have
game
one-
came
Oh,
out.
Echoes of Wisdom. That's right.
I have before we do that.
I'm
beat it.
like,
I beat
are
it
you
last night.
crazy?
I have
You
one more
beat
quick
beat
thing.
what, McGareth?
No, I didn't. So for Sonic X Shadow Generations, they talked about they're gonna release the animations for it. The very first one came out, and it's really good.
Oh yeah, that shit was
Oh,
amazing.
I was wondering why you guys weren't excited about that. Are the Chow ones out?
Not yet.
Those aren't out yet.
Okay. They did make some references or allusions or something about the Chows in the movie, but we already knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From the
that's
trailer,
the
yeah, we
that's
knew
the
that.
main thing I care about. Okay, cool.
That's it. You can carry on to Zelda.
Yeah. No, so
I
Echoes of
beat it
Wisdom.
last night.
You've already beaten it. Oh my god. Okay. So overall impressions so far. I'm only 5 hours in. How far is everybody else?
I'm
Haven't
3
played
hours in.
Okay, so we're not. Zeph, you're the only one
will be
who's gotten
playing
pretty
it.
far.
Yeah.
You will be playing. Will you actually, Ricky?
That's
No,
cap,
but
bro.
I want to.
That's also a lie.
I play games occasionally if they're good games. I don't know where the narrative started that I don't play games. I
If
get
you
to
don't
them
play
eventually.
games.
Okay, that might be a piece of evidence, but that doesn't
Aren't
tell
you
the
a big
entire
Kingdom
story.
Hearts fan, right?
What you playing right now, Ricky?
You don't ask me stupid questions like that. You know I'm not playing anything. That would put me on the spot.
Interesting.
The last thing I played,
Yeah, let's hear the
we
last.
played
thing you
multi
played.
together. There's evidence. We played multi Dragon Ball Z multi.
Oh, true.
When was this?
Yeah. It was like months ago. I don't know,
You
like
have
a
not
month.
played a video game in months.
I carried it.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
mess.
It's you okay.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's
that's
facts.
that,
It was,
That is rough,
that's that
man.
Dragon Ball Z mobile, right?
it was the
Yeah.
MOBA. It was the MOBA.
Okay.
Yeah. I played that. So I play games occasionally.
How is that?
I would
It's pretty good.
it's fun.
It's
It's
like if Pokemon Unite was made by competent human beings.
mm-hmm.
Krillin's broken in that game,
Oh
man.
God, he is.
That's the only
He's
character
good.
I've picked.
And 18. Most of the roster is pretty good. I think the only person
Krillin, I think whatever move it is where he can like do the huge key blast.
Mm-hmm.
That and you can like, store it up. You just throw those at people and they just disappear.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
It was surprisingly fun.
I liked it a lot. Well, they have a lot more characters. It'll be more fun too.
A lot of reference, like they did a lot of callbacks too. Like you could get that stinky dude as a support character.
The stinky dude?
Yeah, from Dragon Ball.
I didn't
Bacterium.
know there was a
his
name was
the
Bacterium?
wrestler guy.
Yeah.
Krillin beat him by not
Maybe, like,
having a
missing a
nose.
tooth as well or something.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. They added him.
But, okay. Yeah. But
All
back
right,
to
so Zelda
Echoes.
though.
Back to
Yeah,
Echoes.
let's talk Zelda.
Yeah. Tell us about it, Zelda.
So far, I am really liking it, and it's not what I was expecting, which I think is why I'm liking it more.
You're all far in enough where I think I can talk about some cool stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think there's like cool and really weird like plot implications because the Ganon in this game, the way he speaks, he's clearly aware of who both Link and Zelda are, but Link and Zelda don't know each other.
Yeah, they also I did think that was very weird. And like the first hour
and
of
Link
the game,
like had a whole life basically before this.
Yeah.
Where he beat Ganon before, I think.
Well, the opening of the game, literally
been-
the opening of the game, you have the fight with Ganon, and then they both get sucked into that rift.
Yeah.
And then right afterwards, you have that conversation with the king, and he doesn't know who Ganon is. He's never heard of Ganon. He's never heard of Link. So it is a very odd kind of world that you get dropped in right from the very get-go.
It's especially weird that the king doesn't know who Link is. It's especially weird that the king doesn't know who Link is when the people of the world know who Link is.
Right.
Because he's been doing his stuff, saving people for a while.
I think it's possible because, like, he's just like a little town kid, and maybe the king just didn't have anything to do with him. Like he could have just saved the world without ever meeting the king. And
I mean, the wider
that is something Link would do.
Yeah. I mean, there is like the town that Link comes from. People know who
They
Link
love
is.
him.
But like once you get to the Gerudo area or like the Zora area, they don't really know who Link is. You know, the
Some
rest of the
people,
kingdom
like,
doesn't
yeah,
know.
the only people that really mention him are like humans in the overworld or Highlands or whatever.
Right. A
If
couple
you see
people
them,
that just
they'll be
happen to
like,
know him.
"Oh, I know Link" or some shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really impressed in a way I was not expecting to be impressed. I knew I was going to like it. It's a Zelda game. I feel like, of course, we're going to enjoy it. There's always something good to be gleamed out of them. But I feel like the actual echo mechanic, like that sort of monster capture, which is funny. We just had that whole conversation about Pal World, but like this basically being almost like a Pokemon game in a sense, where you get the echoes and you use the right echoes for certain situations mixed
I got
with
some funny, like, you can go really out of your way at the start. So I went and I got like, it was like a 5-star summon, so I couldn't use it until the like end of the game.
I have a Zelda related question. That
Yeah.
Does Nintendo still follow like that Zelda Historia timeline shit? Or is that just something for fans?
No. In fact, they straight up said
They
that
went against it.
yeah, Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are on a completely new, totally unrelated timeline. Has nothing to do with anything.
But there's weird things in like Tears of the Kingdom that imply that it could be the Ocarina of Time place.
Well, I had always assumed when they said that it takes place thousands and thousands of years in the future, I just
really
assumed
weird.
what they were going to do is that the timeline would converge, right? Because like it's got the Koroks from Wind Waker, the Wind Waker timeline. It's got stuff from like the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask timeline. It's got stuff from the original Zelda timeline, and they're all kind of put together. And my assumption would have just been that it would have been like thousands and thousands of years in the future, to the point where like eventually all three of the timelines at some point meet and just kind of converge into one. And that's like a full essential reboot, which is kind of what they've said. But also it's weird because they have it as a separate branch off of the Wind Waker timeline, which is, again, they said it's standalone. Like there's a line. It's not like a through line. It's like a vertical line that separates them. But it is still weird.
I just think they really did that because of the story they wanted to tell. in
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom,
They-
because
Yeah, yeah,
Tears of the
yeah.
Kingdom it doesn't fit anymore.
They left
No.
stuff that like since it is like however long into the future that it doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
They left in things that like clearly like they show that this world has been through previous stories. So it's not this isn't the only Zelda story that's happened in this world. Like it's very
Right.
possible Ocarina of Time happened in this timeline.
Well, the only weird thing about that is if the legend have already happened, wouldn't the king then know of all those other legends?
Not
right?
if it's like so far into the future that it's lost.
Yeah. Because my assumption upon first seeing this and the visual style and stuff is I just thought, oh, this is a sequel to Link's Awakening.
Yeah, but it's clearly
Right?
like has
But it's
nothing to
clearly
do-
not. It has nothing to do with it at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I really liked about, or at least the start of this game, and I think this, I feel like this is just kind of a 2D Zelda thing that they do better than the 3D ones. Like, I felt like I got into the swing of the game very quickly.
Yeah, because dude, every time I try to play Twilight Princess, I stop because of the start.
Right. The first 30 minutes of the game where you're like in the town doing all the errands, using the whistle to find the bird, and then milking the cows and getting the horse from the burning building. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that opening of that game that you don't necessarily need.
I think
I consider everything up, like including the monkey dungeon, the first one. That's all tutorial.
I would say the monkey dungeon is the equivalent of like the Deku tree in Ocarina.
Yeah.
You know,
but it takes 20 hours to get there.
You get there, yeah.
I like going through the opening sequence. I just think it was like the way that they kind of gradually teach you. Yeah, just teach you the mechanic with the echo, and just like we're gonna give you a table, then we're gonna give you a box, which is slightly bigger than the table. Then we're gonna
you
give
just reminded me of something I don't like.
Oh, in the game?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't like that it has very little of its own identity in terms of it's like it's so influenced by Breath of the Wild that it's insane.
You mean the menus and things like that? The
Everything.
quest markers?
You talk to like a thing in the overworld, the map pops up with the Breath of the Wild UI and sound effects and marks the thing. It automatically marks where you're supposed to go on the map with the same Breath of the Wild's graphics.
Like, yellow marker, yeah.
When you beat
yellow glowy marker.
like a camp of monsters, the thing plays like the jingle where you beat them.
A little moblin. Yeah,
Yeah, there's so much.
I will say though, as somebody who's never really particularly loved the 2D ones, like the top-down ones, I like them. Obviously, Link to the Past is great, and Minish Cap is pretty fun, but I've never like connected with them that much. Right away,
I also
with this
wish
Okay.
the echoes were easier to get through by the end of the game.
Yes.
It's kind of annoying.
Now I want that. I literally want that now.
Yeah.
Last used and most used are the only categories I do use, so it would be cool if I could make my own categories and put whatever echoes I want in there.
Yeah, or at the
being
very
able to,
least,
like favorite ones and stuff.
Yeah.
like I was
It's
shocked. I
so
thought
annoying.
initially before you unlock the thing with the sword, like after a
Dude,
couple
you have
hours,
to scroll so fucking
right?
hard
Like I
sometimes.
thought you were going to be able to actually assign to the buttons on that D-pad like shortcuts to certain
No, that's
echoes.
other stuff.
Because I would always have the sea urchin one to just drop on top of them and do tons of damage real quick, or like make little traps or something so they could run into them, or like the bed obviously is super useful to climb up stuff pretty quickly. But no, what I was going to mention earlier is that I actually love the fact that it's utilizing the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom like quest marker stuff, because I find that like every time I do a side quest this time around, and maybe this is just because of like how
I'm
they
fine with
managed
the
to-
markers being there. It's just the fact they looked that way.
Yeah. I just really like that every quest feels like I'm at least earning something useful. Like I think the addition of the stuff with the smoothies and like the recipe menu and then the extra quests giving you additional items that you could then use to upgrade your sword.
That's
or
another
like
thing.
get you more echoes. It's like
Finding
there's a
food
lot
and
of
making
stuff.
smoothies is so Breath of the Wild.
But that's fun. I like that actually.
It's cool,
I
but
actually
it's
like
just like another
legitimately really
thing.
like that. Yeah. And I totally agree that like I could understand someone being disappointed by it being so influenced by Breath of the Wild, but I actually feel like having those mechanics in a 2D Zelda
It would be
does
hilarious if it was
seem
somehow
super
tied to
fresh.
Breath of the Wild's timeline, and I'm just
Maybe it is. Maybe it
It would
is.
be so
Maybe it is
funny.
tied to Breath of the Wild. That would be crazy. I will say, I know Nintendo does not give a shit about the timeline. The Zelda timeline, they don't care. And they've like said it openly in interviews and stuff before. They've talked about it before. They don't care about the timeline. And so to me, like wherever they do end up putting it, whether it is on the Breath of the Wild one or if they somehow find a way to put it on the main timeline, it's literally just going to be for the fans. Because realistically, the people making the games just don't care at all.
Cool.
It's I don't know. It's also like not that long.
No, I mean you beat it already. How long did it
Like,
take ultimately? How many hours?
Not long. There was even a point where I stopped playing for like a day. So it's pretty short, and I feel like the ending kind of like crept up on me. It just sort of happened, but it was still cool. I like the story.
Yeah, so far, like I said, it's the map's huge. Yeah, especially
it's the
for
biggest 2D Zelda map, not even close. Something that it's just a gameplay thing, so it's not like a story spoiler. Something you guys might not have stumbled across yet is you can ride Epona.
Yeah,
I think that's the first 2D Zelda to do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Well, they said that in the Still World trailer, right? They mentioned that.
I don't watch trailers because they're actually just spoiler reels now.
These
So
Zelda
I was
ones kind of
unsure.
were. With all the stuff with the Still World.
Dude.
Because basically the Still World is like the distortion world. It
Do you
looks
know-
straight up like the distortion world from Pokemon.
You know Bind? The ability Bind?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I went through that cave, that whole area, and I reached there and I saw a huge rock, and I just left. And I was like, okay, so clearly I need something for this. And I spent like an hour trying to figure out what I was supposed to do. Went back to the cave, went up to the rock, and when I got close enough, Tri was like, hey, I know this one ability called Bind. So that was, I think that was kind of designed weird.
How you unlocked it, yeah. That's the rock like in the first dungeon kind of area.
Yeah,
that
when
he
you have to
runs
move
into,
it to the
right,
side.
where you get it for the first time. Yeah,
Dude,
but then you can go back.
I built
on the
a
map
row
and
of
do this.
beds to get to the Switch.
To be fair, I kind of messed up one of the early puzzles too. Apparently, you're not supposed to get this one treasure chest at the point that I got it, but it's the one where you had got the two, like the thwomp enemies. You know, they're like the yellow thwomp enemies with the spikes underneath them, and they slam down. I didn't know you can kill those things. I didn't know
me
you
neither.
could kill them and make an echo. So I was riding on top of them and like jumping back and forth between the other
There's
ones
a lot
as they
of
were going
funny
between
stuff
the
like that.
layers.
People play so
Yeah, but
different.
it was really a lot of fun. And I think that's the other thing I appreciate about this is the fact that
Yeah.
it's very clear that they created puzzles and dungeons to get through, but
the
there
thing
are
is,
actually
though,
a lot of ways to clear those puzzles.
There, actually, I think that you're right. There is a good mix because there is a thing like there's a different kind of pleasure that comes from there's a puzzle and the solution is this, and you have to do it this way, not put 62 beds on a thing,
Right,
and then
right.
yeah.
And you can't
But,
I think when the game was first announced, I thought that was going to be the case. Like, oh, you can easily break this by making a bunch of echoes.
It's pretty
but no,
hard.
you can't. Yeah, with the try thing where you only have like I think 3 at the start, and then they give you a 4th one. I'm at 4 currently. How many were there at the end of the game, Zeph?
How many echoes?
How many like can you make? Yeah.
Like your max spot.
Like how many triangles did Try have?
When I beat the game, Try had I think 6 of them.
6 of them. Oh, so there's really not that many then.
No, but like if you do side dungeons, like you know the smaller rifts,
Yeah.
Try will take like a point off of a set of summons, depending on what the area is. So if it's like a
that's
forest
interesting.
area with a void, you'll lose a point off the moblins.
Does
So you can
anything
send
ever
them on
become free?
No, there's no free.
So there's no free.
There's
so the ones
something
that are
called
like
the
one
water
time
block,
related.
which is the thing to summon at all times.
The water block?
You could just summon water.
That's kind of wild. I'm excited to play more.
It's cool.
I think it's much better than what I was expecting it to be.
One
And
thing I
again,
want to say is,
Yeah.
I hope keep this in mind for when you play. I want to know what your thoughts are on your favorite dungeon. My favorite, I think by far the best, was the Laneru Mountain dungeon.
Oh, yeah, I haven't gotten there yet.
I really liked it.
Is that the Zora one?
No, it's new. It's like snowy, so it's a new species.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely beat it. I'm going to finish streaming it and beat it, and I'm having a good time. I'm sure you plan on beating it too, Viram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to be playing it throughout this week.
Right on. Well, we'll definitely be talking about it more during the next show. And I think that's going to wrap it up.
Oh, are we ready? Is it time?
Is it time? Are we doing it, Coach?
Show?
I got one. If you guys want to play, we can play.
We already said he's going to play. We're going to
Bring
play.
it on.
Alrighty, ladies and
Been
gentlemen,
waiting all
it's
day.
time. Let me load it up really quickly. Kill the air, or fill the air, not kill the air. Fill the air with some stuff while I load this up.
Well, I'll give a quick plug because I know Ricky wanted me to talk about it. Is obviously,
Yes, sir.
you guys know at this point,
All right, I got it.
I was in Kyoto.
I got it.
for
You can
the
stop
Nintendo
talking. I got
Museum.
it.
Stop talking, we're good.
I thought we were going to talk about the museum today.
Oh, we are going to talk about it. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, bro. Tell me all about
Well,
it.
then what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Dude,
I'm
I
open
heard it
book.
was.
You
It's
have a whole
absolutely
video. Pull it
Bro,
up.
I watched
aren't
the
there
video
like?
you made.
Huh?
No,
Oh,
no,
you-
aren't
thank you
there?
very
There's a
much.
whole
Appreciate it.
floor that you like can't
Yes.
record because it has their
Yes.
like beta and alpha and prototype consoles and
yes.
controllers.
That's
So let's
sick.
let's talk about this. All right. So
Like the Ultra
basically,
64. Or
I
whatever?
wasn't going to talk about this on the show because I did like a whole video about it, and it's like
It's
an 18
crazy.
minute long thing. The museum is like 110% better than what I was expecting.
It's like, if you
110%.
like gaming,
It's
you
literally-
need to go.
It's amazing. Yeah, the amount of stuff that they actually have there,
You gotta go
and the
for the
amount of
Japan
stuff,
Town trip.
the amount of stuff that they then told me, like when I was at the museum, things that they clarified, like the whole prototype area, they literally said they added the week before I got there because they watched YouTubers' reactions to the Nintendo Direct about the museum, and people were like, "Where are the prototypes?" And literally, the team that curates the museum went to the staff that's at Nintendo headquarters and was like, "We need more prototypes." And they're like, "We got you. What do you
So
want?"
this makes
And they
me
just
think-
pulled a bunch of stuff out.
Is there just like a storage container full of Nintendo prototypes
So
somewhere?
actually,
That's
this
insane.
is I could bring this up. So basically, one of the things they clarified for me is that, well, a couple things. One, there's on the first floor of the exhibition part of the museum. On the first floor, there's a giant player's guide library. Like it's got art books, player's guides from pretty much every major first-party Nintendo game that's
actually
ever
really
been
cool.
released. Super cool. Most of the books in that library have a stamp on them and have a little like thing written on the bottom of the binding. The thing that's written on the bottom of the binding essentially translates to from the official Nintendo archives. So they quite literally have
there
like
is
an
a-
archive of all of this stuff that they then pulled from for this museum. And the other thing is that
But
skyscraper.
why would they have like so many prototypes of the same thing? That's kind of crazy.
Well, they didn't clarify like how many they have of what things that were in there, but like and because the nice thing is like I can talk about all of it. There was the embargo
just
was
can't take
literally
pictures.
right. You couldn't take photos, but they're like, no, you could talk about it to your heart's content. Like,
How do they do that, by the way? How do they enforce it? They got the Yakuza in the room?
they literally? I mean, I think it was just like on an honor code kind of thing for us. I think once the museum actually opens up to the public, there's
it be
definitely
open
gonna be
when we
people
go?
like. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it opens
it's gonna
October
open
7th.
I
November.
really,
Yeah.
really want to
yeah.
go.
Yeah. So it officially the
We gotta
opening
do a
day
whole
is 2
content
days.
piece on the N64 controller, the Mario game.
So okay, so while we're on the topic of that, in terms of like prototype things that I saw that I don't even think I brought up even in the video, they had the original Wii U tablet, like their test Wii U tablet that was basically 2 Wii remotes stuck to a Fisher Price iPad thing.
Yeah,
It is
that's actually how it
crazy.
is.
I mean, it was like really cool. They had that.
The original sensor bar is hilarious.
They had the original Wii balance board, which was just straight up a scale with a bunch of stuff on the bottom that had like markers and computer things. They had the original prototype Wii controller, which some of you've probably already seen on a bunch of
so
different
weird.
like websites and stuff. It's a circle with the superstar from Mario on the top of it.
It's
And
like a
it's only got
boomerang
one
almost,
button.
right?
It's like no, it's like a
A
frisbee.
full circle?
It's like a frisbee with the Mario star on the top
That's
of it.
crazy.
It's super weird.
Dude, do you know how
They
many
had-
TVs would have exploded?
Oh, people would have been tossing at their TVs and chucking it around. The thing was, it looked like it's a solid base. It doesn't look like a frisbee. It looks like a solid, chunky
So maybe
thing
you were
with
meant
just,
to put
one
it down
star
at some
button.
point.
Yeah, I think so.
Spin it.
What else was there?
Oh,
There
that could
was
have been like how you played Mario Kart.
This was crazy. This was crazy. When I saw this, I was like, I couldn't believe what I'm looking at. Obviously, people know the code name for the GameCube is the Dolphin, right? The Nintendo Dolphin. They had the original prototype GameCube
Like
that
the
on the
Dolphin?
top, that literally on the circle on the top of it said Nintendo Dolphin, and the logo was a GameCube G in the font style of the N64N.
What the fuck?
It was super weird. I'm like, what the heck is this?
So when you walk into that floor, it's like going into another like timeline.
It's not. So the thing is that prototypes, like this whole prototype section I'm describing is literally one corner of that second floor exhibit. It's one corner. It's not even
glad
like
we saved this for the end of the episode. So whoever
100%. I'm like, we are away from the pizza stuff, bro. Exactly. So this is why we're bringing it up now. It's like there's also like they flew in, for example, they flew in the only existing English arcade cabinet of this game called Sky Skipper that they had made like a long time ago. Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
It's literally the only one. And they flew it in because apparently it was made in Redmond, Washington. And the only one that exists in English is the one that was in the building in Redmond, Washington. And they flew it out specifically for this museum to be there. Cool. They have the original Donkey Kong arcade cabinet. They have the original Radar Scope arcade cabinet, which is the game that Donkey Kong, like they built the Donkey Kong unit into this old Radar Scope one, which is this game that Miyamoto made and failed. And they had that there.
Virtual or Game & Watch?
Bro, they had every single Game & Watch. Every Game & Watch ever made, everyone ever, including like they had this one that was from a contest from like Famitsu or something in the 80s that one person in the world got. And they had that in the museum. They had this one, like, there was a gold Game & Watch that had these 3 faces that were on it from some like Japanese TV show. They had a bunch of licensed stuff. And the thing is, like, they don't just have video games in the museum, which I think is like an important thing to know. It's everything. So it's like every toy
that's another thing I wanted you to go into.
Board games. Yeah. So it's
talk about the hotel, bro.
Okay, so that is apparently not true. That is apparently like some rumor that circulated. That isn't true. You know what is true? That they had a horse betting service that was for the original Nintendo Entertainment System. Well, technically it was the Famicom, but it was for the Famicom. let me just, you're going to hear this and be like, I can't even believe this is real. Just wait. And you can look this up. There's video of this online. I included it in my video. Okay. There is a horse betting system that was made in collaboration with the Japan Racing Association of Horses. This was made for the original Famicom, the first ever Famicom, and it ran off of a family computer modem. So it was an online thing for the original Famicom where you can place bets on horse races, and I think you could do like stock trading or something. The service didn't end. They literally came out with it. Nobody heard about this. Nobody knew about it. It came out in Japan. The system ended. The service for this like horse betting thing ended in 2015. That literally people were using this service to make horse bets on the Famicom up until 2015.
Were Satellaview things there?
So they had.
Did you play them?
They didn't have the CDI. They didn't have. They didn't have Zelda CDI. They did have.
Well, that's not Nintendo technically.
No, but they did have the original live-action Mario movie in the Mario franchise case.
That's actually that's a fucking bold move.
That is crazy that they had that in there. They
that's
had
like if the Sonic Museum, if they made one, had the beta Sonic movie design.
Right. they had sets of the original playing cards from the late 1800s that Nintendo developed, like the old Hanafuda cards and like the poetry card sets. They had all of those in like really nice condition. And basically the whole back. See, the thing about this, the Museum Direct is I feel like, and I mentioned this even to the staff when I was walking around it, the Museum Direct makes this museum look like it's kind of like sanitized. That it's like, oh, here's all the games we came out with. And like, that is not what this museum is at all.
Honors the company. Okay, wait. I have 2 questions.
Yes.
One, I'm assuming just because Sony wouldn't be chill with it, the Nintendo PlayStation wasn't there.
The Nintendo PlayStation was not there. No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, so the Nintendo PlayStation wasn't there. That was like one of the big omissions. The only other like big thing that I noticed was missing, but I also understood when they explained to me why, is so basically on the top floor, there are big exhibit displays for every major system. You've got And like I mean like every system that includes Virtual Boy and Wii U. It's like everything.
I know they're even
And then
discussing consoles.
yeah. And then in addition to that, there's like the corner exhibit that has the prototypes and arcade stuff in it. And then there's this giant looping exhibit that goes around the top of the second floor. That's like the evolution of them as a company that starts with their playing cards that leads into like
so
the
you
60s
walk
when
in
they
a
made
circle and it.
yeah, and it's like, but the whole thing you can go in any order that you want in this top floor. You can go wherever you want. But basically, it's a giant circle around the top floor, and it's like the evolution of themselves as an entertainment company. So again, it like starts with playing cards, and then it moves into like toys, and they had a lot of weird toys I'd never even heard of before. They had like lots of different little guns that they made. They had like little at-home light guns. They had like shotgun-looking things. They had like this
I
this
saw that
lion.
Pokemon game.
There was which Pokemon game?
With the Pokeball?
Oh,
and the
that's
Voltorbs?
a whole separate. That's not. We're not even at that yet. That's like a whole
Dude,
separate.
I have so many.
chunk of the
This
museum.
episode is going to get much longer because of
That's
this.
that's why this is fine. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I'm glad that we separated this.
I have
from
a lot of
the
questions.
first half of the episode. Yeah. So in that exhibit that loops around that has like their history, one of the things that was in there that I had no idea that they made were like at-home roulette tables. They made like all, and they're licensed by like Las Vegas casinos, and they have like a whole section of their toys that they made in the 60s about like you know the different licensing and like characters that they could use because this is before Mario and Nintendo and Donkey Kong and stuff like that. They had so much Disney stuff. The amount of like officially licensed Nintendo made Disney stuff that was here
Disney and Nintendo
was
were
absurd,
chills,
bro. There was like Bambi stuff, Sleeping Beauty
long
stuff
time.
for a long time, which
Because
also
Japan
like
loves Disney.
yes, which also then made me laugh because I was like walking through this exhibit going, oh, of course they got Sora for Smash Brothers. That was like my
now
first
it
thing.
makes so much sense.
I'm like, this makes a lot of sense. Of course they got Sora, no doubt.
They'd be the ones.
On the back side of all of the big displays on the second floor where they have the major like system things, the back sides have every single special edition ever made of that console. So I mean like the GBASP one had like the tribal edition GBASP, the Naruto GBASP, the red like
So,
the
were there, like,
baseball team
contest ones
GBASP.
even?
All of them. There's
they
a
have
few
the-
exceptions. There's no SpongeBob GBASP. People were asking me about that one. That one's not there. There's no
This one's for me and you specifically.
yes.
Did they have Game Boy Micro section?
Yes, and it's there. And all the faceplates are there. Yeah.
Mother?
Yes. All yes.
Good.
There. It's
I
there.
love that
Yeah.
little fucking
Yeah.
thing.
It's there. All the boxes are even there too for a lot of these systems. So they basically have it, and you can see it in the B-roll for the video that I put up, but it's basically they have all of the boxes for all the special editions, and they're all lined up like in a row. And then against the wall, they have three little things. One says debut, one says challenge, and I forgot what the third one is, but basically it labels all of the games for a system as like either being something important to that system's history, as being like a development challenge, like when they were putting the thing together, they had a hard time doing it. And then the other one is like sales. There also is a ton in that flip side of all these cases of third-party stuff, like a lot of third-party stuff that I was not expecting. Like the Final Fantasy games are there, Dragon Quest is there, Chrono Trigger is there, Triangle Strategy is there, all the Professor Layton games are there. Like anything you could think of that was a major game in Nintendo's history is present in some capacity. Yes, Triangle's
cool. That's
Octopath
really
Traveler's there. They have like name a game that they have like a bunch of the weird licensed like Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Balls games are there.
Like
Jump
Clash of
Superstars,
Ninja?
Clash of Ninjas there. I mean, there's like
Tenkaichi Budokai?
that's there. It's there. Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's super weird. The amount of things that they chose to put in versus things that they like kept out in terms of third-party stuff is wild. There's a whole there's
Dude,
a
the stuff
section
you're telling
dedicated
me now and have told me like this is like a bucket
It's nuts.
list thing.
Yeah, they have a section in the area right after where that giant wall is that has like the history of the toys. After that, they have a dedicated section for like each franchise. So I'll pull up the list because I wrote like a list of the stuff because I knew I was going to forget. These are the games. These are the games and the franchises that have full exhibit displays. They have like full displays to themselves. Mario, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Animal Crossing,
Smash 64 base.
Star Fox, Metroid, Kirby, Pikmin, Wario, And Wario
Wait.
includes Wario Land and WarioWare. They're both there.
Wario has its own
Wario
exhibit.
has
Like
its own
Wario.
exhibit. Yes, Wario. Fire Emblem and Pokemon. Those all have their own exhibit.
Are they like themed, or are they all just like?
So they're like display cases that have artwork for the characters, that have a timeline of all the games, that have like select pieces of merchandise. So like for example, the Pokemon one is huge and it has like yes. There's like Wario toys and things I've never seen before. The Pokemon exhibit has like the VHS tapes for the old Pokemon movies. They have like promotional things for the anime. They have
McDonald's toys.
I think there are actually the Burger King toys. I think are in there. There's some of the Burger King toys in there. They have like there's Easter eggs all over the place. There's a hidden escalator that takes you down to the first floor, and written on the floor of the escalator in unknown, it says "Watch your step." And it says it like made with the little unknowns that's on the ground. There's like Animal Crossing balloons floating from the ceiling in the workshop area. They've got like
they have like actual real balloons.
Yeah, well, they're not. I mean, they're like models that are hanging from the ceiling, but it's like Animal Crossing balloons with the little presents attached to them. They've got also. So there's no Earthbound exhibit display, but everything Earthbound is there. There's like Mother is included. All of the Mother stuff is there, from like the special editions to like Mother 1, Mother 2, Mother 3, Earthbound. All that stuff is there. It just doesn't have its own dedicated display. The two big shocking like exclusions that didn't have dedicated displays of the ones I mentioned, the two big ones that weren't there were Xenoblade and Splatoon. And the big reason why they weren't is apparently because the series are too new, because they only have like 3 or 4 games in them versus, like all these other franchises that have like at least 10 games. The other weird thing that I noticed through walking through this is I feel like we all sort of like make fun of Star Fox nowadays. But it's clear as day they love Star Fox. That's
Miyamoto's favorite.
That is not going anywhere. Star Fox is clearly going to be around for a long time. There's also so much F-Zero stuff. There is so much, like F-Zero stuff I had never seen before. There's like comic books of F-Zero that are on the walls.
They need to put a scale version of the Blue Falcon in there. Just drop.
That would be wild. I would love that. Oh, the other thing. I think this is another reason why they wouldn't let us take video on the second floor. In the display cases of all of the systems, so there's basically the big standing display cases with the giant controllers above them, but then there's like the display cases in front that have the regional differences. Inside of those display cases, they have the original blueprints for every single one of the systems. So like the actual original blueprint of how they made the system is laid out publicly for the first time inside of these display cases. And that's like all the stuff I've just mentioned over the course of the past like 15 minutes. That's all just one room on the second floor. That's one room. So basically the first floor of that building is where all the interactive stuff is. So like the Pokemon Stadium mini game that you could play with the little
this
Ultra
podcast
hand.
is just going to be you describing this museum.
This is good.
It's crazy. I mean, I could stop anytime. Like that's I have a whole video about this. So please, if you are not interested, I am happy to stop at any point. Just ask away. I'm open book. Whatever questions you have. Again, I'm not going to take up the whole thing. You can go watch the video because there's a lot of stuff.
You haven't described the big part I saw.
Okay.
Every single Nintendo console has a huge wall of merch.
Yes.
Like body pillows, Wii remotes.
Yes. I brought one of the Wii remotes home. Yeah. So it's like a giant.
Dude, that's the best one. That's the best
one. You were able to do it?
Yeah. I brought it back.
Nice.
Space Savers are your friend.
How did you fit it?
You get Space Saver bags, man. You go to Don Quixote or whatever, get a Space Saver, shove that thing in there, and then vacuum seal it and put it in there. The only one I was not able to. Oh, a lot of the chat saying, please keep going. If you're interested, that's fine.
This is cool shit.
But basically, the whole merch store, most of the Nintendo stores are like, they have merchandise based around franchise characters. That is not the case with this store. This store is all based around like the systems. So all the merchandise is like from Famicom Disk System, all the game systems moving up to Switch. Every single one, including Virtual Boy, including Wii U, has like a dedicated merch section that has its own t-shirt, sticker set, pen set, notebook, and then there's like one other thing. I think it's like keychains or something. And they have them for every single system. And the sticker sets are incredible because the sticker sets are in boxes that are replicas of the original box that the systems came in. And the stickers inside of the boxes are all shaped like things related to that system. So like there's e-reader stickers inside of the GBA one, or like there's mini disc ones inside of the GameCube one, or they have like 64DD stuff inside of the Nintendo 64 one. Yeah, man. And then, of course, like the giant pillows are incredible. And there's giant pillows for the Famicom, Super Famicom, Wii Remote, and N64 controller. There's no giant GameCube, and there's no giant Virtual Boy. You can't get those.
It makes way more sense. Those weren't as popular.
Also, chat, I see Lord Chotske in here. I'm going to say this right now. Dragalia Lost is absolutely in the museum. I saw people reporting based on the
big
B-roll.
thing for them too.
Yeah, I saw people reporting in the B-roll that like Dragalia wasn't there in the mobile section. Dragalia is absolutely there. And there's like
they should play the main menu theme in the shop.
It does. It does. It's not in the shop, but it's in like the little mobile exhibit. Also, another thing to mention, it's there. Another thing to mention is that when you're walking around the museum, you saw this in the direct when they were talking about it, but when you walk around the museum, if you look up at the little monitors that are playing like games, the monitors have spatial audio, which like if you're standing in front of a monitor, you're going to hear the audio for the game that's at that monitor. But if you walk over literally one step to the other monitor, you're not going to hear the other monitor. You're only going to hear what's on the monitor in front of you. And I don't know how they're doing it. It's just cool and it's magic and I loved it. And so when you're like actually reading up about these games, you're looking at the stuff in the display cases and you're looking at these weird old prototypes, you're actually like hearing the music from the corresponding games in there. There's also, this is actually really funny too. There's a whole wall on the second floor that's called like the evolution of a series. And they have it's Mario, Donkey Kong, Pokemon, Fire Emblem, Metroid, and Zelda.
Putting
and
Pokemon
what they do,
up against all of those isn't going to make Pokemon look good.
Well, no, but it's actually pretty fun because what they did is that they have 6 screens. And then what it does is it takes the same scene from the first game in that franchise and tries to replicate that first scene in every other major game moving forward. So like for Pokemon, I think the one that they included for the Switch era was actually Sword and Shield. I don't think it was Scarlet and Violet, but it goes Pokemon Red, Blue, and then it goes GBA, and then it goes DS, and then 3DS, and then I think at one point the Wii was in there or something, and then it was like the Switch. But the funny thing about this is there's
no
6
GameCube?
Or GameCube might have been in there. I don't remember. I have to go look at the footage. But basically, the one that I did remember that I thought was crazy is that the one for Metroid. Because all of them have these 6 videos that are playing, right, that are replicating a certain moment in this series' history. And for Metroid, it goes Metroid, Super Metroid, like Metroid Fusion, I think, Metroid Prime, Metroid Dread, and then the 6th game, it's a blank black screen, and underneath it says Metroid Prime 4.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing.
Which is actually crazy of them to do. And it's like, I'm sure it's just that's like the placeholder for when they end up putting Metroid Prime 4 in there. But it's clearly like a pointed, like, you've waited so long for this and we're opening the museum and we're not going to show you Prime 4 yet, which is very funny.
It'd be so hilarious if there was like Prime 4 stuff that we've never seen.
Just never seen before that's like shown in this museum. Yeah. There's a lot of unreleased stuff in this museum too. There's like games that never came out, like weird, the English GameCube version. The English version of Doshin the Giant is in there.
Oh,
like the original
shit.
Doshin. They have, I'm trying to think of some other ones. There's like a calligraphy game that I'd never even seen before that they made for DS that has this like pen stylus on it, like this ink pen stylus that apparently teaches you how to like make kanji. That was really cool, and they had that on like one of the displays. They had a whole section dedicated to like their video games for movement. So like you get the Wii Fit boards, obviously, and the Ring Fit rings and all that kind of stuff. But then on the in-between, they have like the DDR Mario mix pad, and it's linked up to a TV on the top. I mean, literally, if you could think of it, they have it there. I know Coast will be happy. Golden Sun is prevalent. All the Golden Sun games are there. They had all the Golden Sun games. It's amazing, man.
How do they fit all of this, dude? How big is this place?
So basically, each of the display cases for the system, this main room, I mean, fits a lot of people. This one big second floor exhibit hall fits a lot of people, but also there's 2 full buildings. You've got like the building I'm talking about, which also has the first floor with all the interactive exhibits, like the games and the mini games and stuff like that. And then there's a second building that's got like the cafe in it that also has all the Hanafuda stuff where you could like make your own Hanafuda cards and you can like learn how to play Hanafuda and stuff, and it's got little Easter eggs all over the place. And then in between the two buildings, there's like a massive outdoor area that's like a courtyard that has mosaic tiles with little pixels of all the other Mario characters in there. And then they've got like what are the name of like the lightning rods? Like I think they're just called lightning rods, like those giant poles. And on each of the poles, they have like little pixelated versions of Mario enemies. So there's like a Donkey Kong hanging off of one. There's like a Mario one hanging off of one. There's like warp pipes that you can go in and then take photos where like you're coming out the other side. There's a Kirby vending machine that's like made from the vending mouth from Forgotten Land.
I saw you use that.
Yeah, I used that.
They play any like jingle or anything?
They have the majority of the music that was playing in the courtyard was all Odyssey music. There's a lot of Odyssey music. So it's like
I mean
New
like
York
when
City,
you
Bubbling.
When you used the vending machine, did it play like any Kirby sounds or anything?
Oh no, it just literally drops.
It's just a vending machine.
It's just a vending machine, yeah. But it's just like the normal vending machine when you're walking in and you're checking in your umbrellas or your bags or whatever. All the lockers are themed like Game Boy cartridges. So there was one for like Wario Land that you open up. They had that's just amazing, man. Again,
you know what I'm shocked they haven't ever done it like VGC or something. They've never put a real Pokemon vending machine. They're in every game.
They're also in all the airports. All the Japan airports have Pokemon vending machines. All of them.
I mean, where it sells fresh water, lemonade, and whatever the other.
Oh, yeah, they should do that. I don't know why they didn't do that. Yeah, it gives you a TM sticker at the end or something. That'd be fun. Oh, and then the other thing is, too, your souvenir from the museum is you get this, like, play ticket QR code tap thing, like a badge, like a physical badge when you walk in, once you actually go for your museum time. And then when you're done, you get to keep it. And the badge has on the corner, like the day you visited. And then if you so choose, it has your name, but then above your name, it has a place to put your me. So when when you register for your tickets, the only way to register for tickets is to have a Nintendo account. And so it takes the Nintendo account me and puts it on your badge. So and it says your name and everything.
No
when you
face.
go.
It's gonna look horrible.
That's gonna be funny. That'll be awesome. Yeah, you'll have a me with no face.
If we don't go here, dude,
We're gonna go. We're gonna go. This is like a must. This is a must-do thing when you go to Japan. Is go to the Nintendo Museum. It's unbelievable. The only thing is like tickets.
After the show, I have an idea. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, tickets. The whole thing with tickets for people who are interested in going is that they're working on a lottery system, and so you basically have to like wake up. I think it's like midnight or something, and then for like 5 minutes, they're available for like that next week, and then when you go to register your tickets, it's tied to your Nintendo account. So every person that registers and gets their lottery thing has to like put in a time slot for a certain day. So like if we were all going to do it, we have to literally wake up at the same time, go online at the same time, all get the exact same time slot to enter the museum, and then like sync them up at the same time, and then just hope and pray.
Can you pull a string or two?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
No, so that's the other thing. They clarified on multiple occasions when I was there that like there is no string pulling for this museum because they know
actually
how.
I like that.
There's none. So like even one of the things is like when you get your player badge, you basically have 10 coins that you can spend. Like they give you 10 little Mario coins or whatever on your badge that you could spend on the different interactive games that are on the first floor. So like the Ultra Machine, the Pokemon Stadium, Ultra Hand thing, the batting cages, the shooting gallery, all that stuff. Each of those exhibits, those like interactive exhibits, each one costs a number of coins. And some of them are 2 coins and some of them are 1 coin. And once you run out of coins, you cannot refill them. You can't buy more. You literally have to like make a ticket for a different day of the museum if you want to see other stuff. And they clarified on multiple occasions, there will never be a time in which you refill coins at this museum. It is like they are keeping it at 10 coins so that people, like to keep lines
like
down.
The
and
only
to make
way
it,
to make it so like the no footage honor code is real and
and the other thing is like
they could just
that's
check
the other thing.
Like,
they could check
who
because you
recorded.
have your QR. They know what time you're in there. They could see who recorded what. Yeah, so I do actually think like I don't think stuff will leak. Yeah, which is cool.
The biggest like last question I had because I've seen it a lot.
Yes,
I'm just gonna assume it's not there because you specifically didn't mention this.
Okay.
No Earthbound 64.
No Earthbound 64. No, to my knowledge.
So is that thing just a myth?
64. No, it definitely exists. The other thing that like I had mentioned to them, because they obviously took the feedback for the prototype area, I mentioned this to their face, like 2 staff members. I said it would be really cool if there was like, because there's a Nintendo Classics room on the first floor where you can go play like NSO games and like a challenge gauntlet type thing. I was basically like, instead of that, there should really be a room that has tech demos from trade shows. So like you have the Earthbound 64 trade show thing from Space World. You have like the original Space World Gold and Silver from Pokemon. You know, you have the original Smash Brothers.
They have Space World there?
No,
Pokemon
they
Space
don't.
World?
They don't. That's my point.
I was about to say that's a crazy.
No, they should have like a designated section for trade show demos that people played but are no longer available, or like even like the Wii U one where you would go through like
there's
the
a
Twilight
lot of
Princess
Gen
HD.
3
There's
content like that
a
people
lot of
played,
stuff like that.
but there's no like proof of.
Right. Or there's like the other big one is obviously the prototype Dragon King for Smash 64. Like that would be something amazing to have in the museum, is like to play the original
Anything that isn't like
prototype of that.
a big kept secret that they want to like, because Sakurai showed that game in a Smash trailer. So it's like or whatever video it was. But yeah, so this sounds really cool.
Like
this
Mario
sounds...
128, the Breath of the Wild E3 build, exactly. Like there's a lot of stuff that they can end up putting in there. So that was my big suggestion, but I honestly feel like it went above and beyond my expectations in literally every way. Everything was like so thoughtful.
Adding that would make it like the craziest Nintendo experience maybe ever.
Yeah. And I also will say, I know it seems like goofy and stupid. The big controller room where you play with the giant controllers is like the best thing in the world.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
what I want to do
fun.
content on. We got to tell them about it.
It is, and you can film in all those rooms. They allow you to film in all those rooms. Yeah.
For the N64, you would need one person on the control stick and one person on the buttons.
That's how I did it. Yeah. So we had one person on the control stick, one person on the buttons, and the Z button is like a button that's built into the floor that you have to hit with your foot because they don't want
the
you like.
Controllers like it looks like it's like 3 people wide.
It's big, yeah. The Famicom ones are also pretty big. They're all big, obviously. The most fun by far was the Wii Remote. The Wii Remote is like hilarious because you have one person. Yeah, one person is standing in front, and one person is standing in back, and you basically have to like tilt the thing up and down. And you know the Pilot Wings mini game in Wii Sports Resort? Yeah. Like where you're flying through the balloons and stuff. So they have that synced up to the controller. Right, where you're like tipping the thing down and tipping the thing up and like spinning side to side and hitting the balloons and trying to get your score. And so I was there with one other like Nintendo person that they brought, Peru's Project. Shout out to her. She's like a booktuber. And we're playing this. You can see the video of this in my video. But literally like we're crouching down trying to lift this controller and then like turning it side to side to try to make the plane flip and hitting the different balloons. And it was the most fun. It was so much fun. You would think, how could they possibly make like a giant Wii Remote worth this visit to the museum? But literally that room alone, I would say, is worth the admission. It's really a lot of fun. So as a tip to any of you listening who may go at some point, make sure to save your coins for the big controller museum because that part of the exhibit is incredible.
It's like the place to go.
That's the thing. You got to do that.
If you had one thing to do.
One game, I would say that would be the one game. Obviously, the one thing you should do is that second floor exhibit with all the...
That's like if you had one choice.
Right, but if you have one game, I would say do the big controller one. And then I would say the other two I would recommend would be the batting cages. Those were really fun, and they had like lots of Easter eggs in them. And then the Ultra Hand one, which is like a stadium mini game where you use the old Ultra Hand toy, you know, the extendo arm thing? Yeah. So you use the extendo arm to grab Voltorbs and Electrodes and Pokeballs off of this like moving carnival thing. And then you have to pick them up with the Ultra Hand and then like put them inside of a Mario pipe. And then for every one that you get in the Mario pipe, it shoots out little like Pokemon fireworks on the top screen. And it sounds goofy, but like I'm telling you, when you're there and it's blasting the Gold and Silver soundtrack and you're doing this, it really does feel like you're in an actual Pokemon Stadium minigame. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's awesome.
We could reframe this whole part right here and upload it as like
we could.
Nintendo Museum Japan Time exclusive interview.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Certainly move it away from the pizza talk. I feel like that's the.
You keep bringing it up. Like, why do you have to?
I just feel everybody had kind of forgotten about it until
I didn't forget he was piping that pizza.
He's a Pie Piper, of course.
Wait, so what were you gonna say, Ricky? What were you gonna say?
He was dicking down.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say, where can people visually see everything you were talking about for the last 2 hours?
Thank you very much. Appreciate the plug. You can find it on my YouTube channel. It's literally just the newest video that's uploaded there. It's called My Tour of the Nintendo Museum, and I'm the only one who's uploaded a video from it because it was literally.
It was a fantastic.
Thank you. I'm glad
you have a future in this business, Rogers Base.
Thank you, Shofu. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Too.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you.
Okay, before we play the game, I'm gonna go grab a drink.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Host, you want to give me the rules?
I'm loading up the game.
Let's load it up. Let's
All
load it
right.
up.
Oh, why that loads up? I was like, so the
I've already
Dragalia
got it
thing-
loaded up. I already have it loaded up.
I mean, we'll just have to come back anyway. The Dragalia thing, I was kind of expecting it to be there because Side Games did like an art museum themselves,
Yeah.
and they put up the art on the side of it. It's art from their big, like, I think it was their 30th anniversary or whatever anniversary they had with all the character art they had for that. All the Dragalia characters that were in that art when they first released it aren't there on their museum. So I'm like, okay, they're not there. They gotta be at Nintendo. So it's good that they actually put it there.
Yeah, it's definitely there. There were people were reporting that it wasn't for some reason, and I was like, no, it definitely was.
You know what's
I think
still,
all the Sonic Advance games were there too in the GBA case.
You know what's still the wildest thing to me about the museum?
Hmm.
You can't Uber or take a taxi to it.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Didn't
you
they
can.
say they're not allowing it when it opens?
No, you can't take cars, but you can take a cab to the train station that gets you there.
You can't. Yeah, you can't drive to there.
Right.
That's
You
what it
can't
was.
drive to the museum, but you can take a cab to. And also, you don't want to take a cab because the Uji train station that you get out of, it's like it's really easy. You can get it off of the Osaka or the Kyoto lines, and it's like one transfer to get you here. You take like a local train to get on it, and then the town itself, it's interesting because the building itself used to be like a service center for Nintendo where people would send their old systems and stuff and they would fix it. And then I guess they just had this plant sitting there unused. And when they wanted to come up with the idea for a museum and they pitched the idea, they're like, why don't we just put it in this old abandoned plant that we've never used in this old city that's been untouched since the 80s. And so all the people that were in the town were like super excited that we were there and that this Nintendo museum was opening because it's going to be this massive tourist attraction that's going to bring a lot of people into that station.
All right, who's playing today?
Shofu, right? Shofu. He already said he's playing.
Shofu's playing? Oh, this is
Shofu's
perfect.
playing, man. Yeah.
This is actually perfect then.
Perfect.
Yeah, don't worry, man.
Hello.
What is Galaxy Gas?
It's
No,
nitrous.
we're not.
Yeah, it's nitrous. Yeah.
Basically, you hit it, gives you a little bit of brain damage. Your brain shuts off. Then you wake up and you're like, "Whoa, bro, let's do it again." And then 10 years from then, you're on the street sucking dick for.
Yeah, so why are you selling it, Ricky?
Because it's cheap. It's cheap for me to sell it, and I have special flavors. But we're not gonna get into
flavors
it
you got? Hold
right
on,
now
bro.
in the game show. Have you? Oh, no,
Like,
no,
what
no,
happened
no,
to
okay,
weed?
after the show?
Is
After
weed
the
just
show.
not enough?
You know what
anymore?
happened to weed? It's too normalized, so they gotta find some wacky shit to do.
We're gonna start. You're gonna see teens fucking railing heroin.
All right, let's start the game. All right. As you guys know, we did it last episode. We got the Japan Time podcast game show. Our contestant this week is none other than Shofu.
Yeah.
Shofu,
Woo!
today you are playing
It's gonna be such a bad.
against the cast member.
Oh shit.
Same thing as usual.
Okay, let's
Just
do
a
it.
few little tweaks this time around this week. Same rules.
Okay.
You need 18 points this time around to win this week. The prize got a little bit better, slightly.
Okay. It's better than a Wii U case?
But definitely better than a Wii U case, I would think.
Okay.
There's going to be 12.
Send him that.
Yeah.
Yes. If Roger
I
wants to
recorded
take
a video.
or something, or
will.
he can. Yep.
I will.
Same rules applies. You're gonna get 3 guesses for a category. You get points depending on how many guesses you have left, or sorry, how many hints you have left. Yada yada yada. I'm going to give you a little hint here, just because I feel like I kind of screwed you guys last time, or mainly Roger last time. As always, twists will be in this game. I'm going to give you a theme of these twists so that you can stay on track in your guessing area.
Appreciate that.
So, those involved will be athletes.
All right.
That's all you'll get.
Ooh.
My
Oh,
favorite
this is
one
you.
was used
This
for
is
this,
you.
apparently.
So, what will you be playing today, Shofu? Well, it's so fitting. Favorite Pokemon games. I've inquired the
Yo, this is
entire
rigged.
cast. I've inquired the entire cast what their favorite Pokemon games are. You are going to be guessing
This
whose
is
they belong
two in
to.
a row that feel incredibly rigged.
Bro,
Hey, Shofu just said he wanted to play.
me and Coast haven't talked since the last podcast, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Shofu didn't even fill out the damn form, bro.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Ready? Your first guess. Pokemon Go.
This is gonna be so difficult. Okay, hold on. Let me look at the goddamn.
Are you? Who's fuck? If this
Fucking
is someone's
whose
favorite
favorite
Pokemon
Pokemon
game
game?
on the show, I
will remind
got a problem.
Shofu as well. You do have a lifeline, which is just ask a cast member what they think.
Okay.
They
It's
cannot
just-
directly tell you who it is if it is them, but they can give you what their
Bro, I
opinion
don't know
is.
who the fuck.
We can go on to the
chat's
next one if
giving
you
you
need
an
another
opinion.
hint.
Pokemon Go, bro.
Yeah, I think there's only one answer.
Rogers base.
You're gonna rip it here. You're not gonna go for the next one.
Rogers base.
All right, I'll
He-
show
he
the
a
next
wor- he a
two.
world traveler.
All right, that's your final answer, Roger.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Pokemon Go was the first one. Pokemon Sword
It's
was
Roger,
the
dude.
second one.
Hey, who's fucking favorite
Pokemon Unite was the third. It
Ass.
was
I'm gonna.
Rocket
What?
Station.
Wow.
Oh!
Wow.
You
Okay.
See,
That is
We
damn.
love you
Okay.
guys. We love not on a bad foot here.
Had I gone to
That
the
is like
second one,
the.
I would have gotten
That is
it.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's why-
single.
But nobody
most-
was
That's why
pressuring
you
you not
gotta
to
think.
do
Had I
it. Why-
gone, no,
that
because
is-
I just thought it would be Roger. I just thought it would be.
I will
That's the
say-
most
I will
diabolical
say-
taste in Pokemon I've seen in my life.
Coast,
Move on
you
to
and
the
I do play Pokemon Go though.
Mike
I was
likes-
sending you
Mike
gifts.
That
likes
is
a lot
true.
of
We
things
have been
that
on
I
a
would
go.
We
consider
have
ass.
been on a go streak. We've actually
been on a go
because
streak,
while
yeah.
I was in Japan, I was sending gifts to.
By the way,
Coast.
those have been fire. Some of those.
I got more. I got more for
locations.
you. I got a screenshot and see which ones
Mike
you
is
need.
a
I
fan
got
of a
more.
lot of games I would consider complete dog shit. So I should.
All right, so
Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite.
crazy.
Pokemon
The
Sword and
menus
Pokemon Go
lag.
is- That
Next
is
one
so
here.
wild.
I know, like Mike really likes when we all played together. Was looking forward to doing it again. So
It's fun. It is fun.
seeing Unite, it's like yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Unite again. We're
all
doing
right,
Unite.
well, on the next one, you'll be
As long as
surprised
I still
here.
beat with Gareth, man.
You'll be surprised here. The second one also likes Pokemon
This
Go.
one, this one has to be Roger.
Oh my gosh, you're done.
Now, do you want to make sure
You're
that you're
gonna
not
run
going
dog
to
it?
Go to
fumble
the
here
second one.
again?
Go to the second one. Go to the second.
Okay. The second favorite game, Pokemon Stadium.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Yeah, I know who this is.
Who the fuck likes Pokemon Stadium as their favorite game? It's a good game though. I ain't saying it's not a good game. Show me the third one, bro. I don't fucking know.
Pokemon Gold.
Oh my god! See now this is a list right here. This is clean.
Yeah, this is actually some taste.
See, but I have no fucking idea because we never talked about this for real. Like I have no clue.
So
And
you
that's
ain't
the,
tapped
that's
in,
the
is
point
what
of
you're
this
saying.
game is learning more about each other
What
here.
the okay? This
No,
is,
it's not.
I'll say
You
this is
fucking
Roger.
say-
This is Roger. Then.
You're gonna final answer, Roger.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. It is actually War Champ
Bro, who-
7.
like,
Man,
what?
oh,
How
man.
did
He
I
don't
know
know a
that?
damn thing about us. He don't know a damn thing about us.
Oh, for
I would have did better last time, bro.
Yo, I will be completely honest. I thought it was Roger because me and Roger had like a long ass talk about Pokemon Stadium.
We do love, yeah, Zeph and I. See, that is kind of screwy because Zeph and I love Pokemon Stadium games and Coast and I
And
love
we
Pokemon
both
Go.
like Gen
So
2,
it is,
I think.
we do love Gen 2. Yeah, we both like Gen 2.
I
So
didn't know
that
War
would be
Champ
good.
I
liked
think things
Pokemon
are gonna
Go
get-
that much.
I
Yeah.
think things are gonna get easier here. So
Okay, let's see.
next
I
one
don't
up.
think Pokemon.
I need for a
I don't
fact
think
that
it's
was
crazy
War Champ,
because
though.
like 2016 left such an impression on people.
Oh, it was
Pokemon
fire.
Red.
Pokemon
Okay.
Red, bro. What the fuck?
Yo, we start off with some peak. I'm not even being sarcastic. You think I am?
No, of course not.
Just show me the next one.
Pokemon Blue.
Bro, there's no. What the fuck is this?
Yo,
It's
two
the
peak
same fucking
games?
The
game.
next one, the
Is the
next
last
one
one
has
gonna be
got to be
yellow?
yellow. It's got to be
Ooh,
yellow. The
peak.
next one's got to be
Let
yellow.
me see the next one, bro.
Please be yellow. Please be
Pokemon Yellow.
Whose fucking
Okay,
loser
who
ass
is
is this?
Whoever didn't put green.
I actually don't know.
This
is a
gotta
bitch.
be Tom Brady.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Shofu, you were so close.
What?
Because
Oh
it's
no.
actually Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Jamar Chase.
It was obvious. It was
You
right
were
there.
so close.
Hey, I got the sport right. At least I'll take
You
it.
did get the sport right. You did get the
Dude,
sport
give
right.
him like a point, dude.
I will give you a point for
He
that.
needs
You know,
a
I'll
full
give you
point
two.
for that.
Yeah.
I'll give you two. I'll give you two for that one. All right, next up, Pokemon Heart Gold.
Okay,
Peak.
now we talking.
Some peak.
Let me see the next one.
Pokemon Omega Ruby.
Ass.
Not bad.
This is
I don't think it's
Tito.
that bad.
This is
Hell?
Tito. This is
I
Tito.
replayed this recently.
You're gonna final answer Tito
I'm
here.
going with Tito, bro.
All right, the third game, Pokemon Conquest. This was me.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
Dang. All right.
Shofu.
I knew it was you, Adam, because of it
From
was
right now,
Oris.
lock
Bro,
in.
Yeah.
we've never talked. These are answers that he collected on a survey. We've never talked about it out loud. What the fuck?
Yeah, this one is actually hard.
This is actually hard.
I
All
think
right.
the hardest
Also,
one
I
on
just
that
want to
survey-
say, I want to say on Oris's name. I replayed it recently, and I know the bar is low saying this, but it is impressive how much
How
more
ass that
polished
fucking
and
game
well
is.
made it is compared to Sword and Shield
That's
and
my most
Scarlet
played
and Violet.
3DS Pokemon game. So,
Ultra Sun and Moon's still the best forever and ever.
you know what I'm gonna do for you, Shofu? Because you're struggling here, I'm gonna cut the point total in half that you need. Okay.
Okay, appreciate that.
So you only need to hit. I'm gonna make you only hit 10 points for the prize for today. Okay.
Okay, 10 points. Okay.
You can lock in. You
Heart
can-
Gold.
Bruh,
Peak.
show
Okay.
me the next one, man.
Where's the Soul Silver?
Pokemon White.
Oh, hold on. Now, see, now we're fucking talking. Not no fucking Oras and no goddamn red and yellow. Hold on, this could be me, goddammit. Let me see the last one.
Pokemon
Oh,
Platinum.
that's for sure me. Go ahead, go ahead.
All right, that is not you. It is actually
I
Viren.
knew it was.
He doesn't even know
Oh.
himself.
It could have
This
been.
nigga
That
don't
could
even
have
know
been.
himself.
No,
This is
that could have
crazy.
been. That could
I
have been
don't-
like 10
I
of
think
I
us.
don't
That's the
think
same
I
lineup.
put Pokemon White in there.
Those were all fire.
You didn't
I was
put
just
anything.
saying.
You didn't fill out the damn form.
Oh, bet.
Next
You
one.
filled it out?
This is crazy.
Send me the damn
Next.
form, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I did. It's in your DMs.
Send it again.
Oh my god. All right, next one. Pokemon Heart Gold.
Zeph,
All right.
Are you sure you want to pull the trigger here?
yes.
Are you sure you want to pull the trigger here?
Yes.
All right. Next two games. Pokemon Black 2.
Hold on.
Pokemon Coliseum.
no,
It
that's-
is Rogers base.
Those are some good games right there, though. Hold on, yeah.
Yeah, you.
Thank you
You
very
got-
much.
you
Thank
got-
you.
that-
Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
a culture
Next
Appreciate it.
one.
man.
Appreciate it.
Pokemon Emerald.
Okay, what's the next one?
Pokemon Diamond.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, spicy.
All right, this one has to be Tito.
You're going to stick with Tito?
Yes.
All right.
Dare this
The final game. Pokemon Fire Red.
Tito. This is definitely Tito.
Shofu, you were so close. It was actually WWE Champion Chris Benoit.
Motherfucker. I knew it was him
Yeah.
too, man.
All right, on to the next one.
Yeah.
Jesus
Pokemon Emerald.
Christ.
Let me see the next one.
Don't do
Pokemon
that. No, just. Oh no, you should
You,
just. Sit
that's
down.
This is
you
Mc-
on the
this is
you on the
McDermott.
cover.
This is McDermott. Straight
Final
up.
answer?
Yep.
Shofu,
really? You
you
think-
just got yourself 2 points. Pokken tournament was the last
Let's
game.
go!
That would have been free. That would have been free. Okay,
I don't
there
know,
we go.
Roger. I don't know how you feel about this game at all, but I think it's just because we met when it was out as new. I always think of you when I think of X and Y games.
You think of
You
me?
like-
Why?
Do you like them?
I mean, I liked what we did with them, like where I was playing with you and Shofu and everybody.
I think
but,
that's
like,
why I think
yeah,
it's just
don't
because I
think-
met you.
I don't think I like them really. I think I would rather play Pokemon Black 2, Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD.
Maybe
Pokemon
it's because I
Gold
think you
Silver.
beat from Kalos because you always flex.
Oh, maybe it could be that. It could be that. That's fair.
Those were
That's
like
fair.
the first Pokemon games I actually got serious and like breeding and all that stuff was X and Y.
All right.
Yeah, same.
That's actually
Next
funny
up.
as hell that when Shofu went up to the thing on his Discord menu, he literally opened up to Pal World. That was crazy.
Legends
Did
Arceus.
anybody else see that on the screen?
No, I was checking my hours on Power when we were talking about that shit earlier.
I just thought it was funny you had that listed as your Pokemon game or something.
Arceus,
That'd be funny.
Arceus. Now this is a man of class right here. This got to be Zeph, bro. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I've ever heard Zeph talk about this game before. Let me see the second one, bro.
Black 2.
Oh.
Let me see the last one.
Pokemon Ruby.
Ruby. Okay, this is Tito.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It is in fact Fidel.
Not.
Bro,
Oh,
like,
oh.
God damn it, bro.
Yeah.
Fidel.
Ruin
Never
shit
heard this
without
man
being
talk
here.
about Pokemon in his life.
That's what I'm saying.
Next up, Legends Arceus.
Show me the next one.
Okay.
Pokemon Sun.
I think this is Aru. Can you phone a friend?
Yeah, Shofu, you still have your lifeline, by the way.
I'm gonna use it earlier in the round, though. I'm not gonna use it on the second one.
Okay.
Let me see the third one.
Omega Ruby.
Oh, maybe not. Never mind. I take back what I said. Never mind.
Why do you like that game? What the
Game
fuck?
is fucking ass.
Oh, I know who this is.
Well, I don't. So I'm gonna pick.
And I know the person knows I know.
I'm gonna pick Tito again, or Ricky. I'm gonna pick Ricky. No, because Ricky ain't. He ain't played no damn Arceus. That's cap.
No,
Yo,
no,
chill out.
Ricky is
That's all I'm saying.
Hey, yo, I ain't playing no damn Arceus.
The person knows that you know that this is them?
Yes, for sure.
What?
So, sorry, what are you locking in, Shofu?
I'm gonna go with Tito, man.
All right, Dan, who do you think it was?
You.
You already.
Are you dumb? I was already on this
He
list, bro.
literally was on the list.
Dude. Because I think you got
Anyway,
it right.
it was Tito. You got it
Yeah,
right.
Finally.
There you go. Finally. You know
you were
one
the
person.
fucking like third one, weren't you?
No, I was like halfway through.
I thought you were.
Anyways.
So I'm at 6 points in it?
Uh,
5.
I don't remember. I think we're at 6. Anyways, Pokemon Ruby.
I'm phoning a friend.
All right, who do you like to phone in?
Zeph, who the fuck likes Pokemon Ruby in here, man?
I don't fucking know. Pokemon Ruby?
I wasted my damn lifeline, bro.
You guys can work together.
I really think it's Aru. I really, truly think it's Aru.
Yeah, Roger's in my house right now. I'm on speaker.
I'm in Jeff's house right now.
Shofu needs it. I'm gonna let you guys collectively
Now
work together.
remember, Shofu, this could be an athlete.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with LeBron James.
Oh my god.
Final answer.
No, I'm gonna go with. He's too old for this. I'm gonna go with.
We're gonna go with Michael Jordan.
Let me think for a second. I'm gonna go with Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Final answer.
Yeah.
Let's see the next two. Pokemon Gold. Pokemon Red.
Bruh, this is an old head.
This might be Chris Paul, actually. Hold on.
This is Gen 1 through 3.
Yeah, I think it is Chris Paul.
Shofu,
Dang.
you are so close on this one. It's Ricky Cocaine.
What the
nigga.
Whoa!
I should have known when
The
none of
only
the games.
games that I ever played.
I should have known when
These
none
are
of the
the only games that I ever
played.
played. Of course
If
it's
you
me.
think about it, Ricky is technically an
This-
athlete.
Yeah, and old. I'm ancient. These are the only games I ever played in terms of Pokemon. This
You agree
was
you're
free,
ancient.
bro.
You agree you're old now.
I mean, I
Also,
have to
Virum, I
concede.
wanted
None of
to
this
let
is
you know
free.
something.
I'm literally guessing out of nowhere.
This is kind of embarrassing. I knew this entire time your picture was Rex, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the little icon under the stream, you might see what I'm seeing. This whole time I thought he had a Subway sandwich.
Oh, I could kind of see that actually. It does kind of look like a Subway sandwich.
I thought it was a Subway sandwich.
Because the Vera main covers it. Yeah, I see
All
it.
right. So this is the last one coming up here.
Oh my
Shofu, you're sitting at 6 points. There's ultimately no way you win here. Unless I make this a double point round.
Oh shit.
If you get this within the first 2 hints, you will win the prize.
Bet. Run it.
I need you to lock in, all right? Here's the first one. Pokemon Platinum.
Did we do Zeph already? Does Zeph
No.
have one?
I don't think so.
I'm picking Zeph.
Final answer.
Yes, that's a man of culture, and Pokemon Platinum.
All right.
Is a game of.
Let's
culture.
see the next two. Ultra Moon.
Oh, this is Zeph. I think this is Zeph. Actually.
Pokemon Crystal.
Yeah,
It
this
is
is
Zeph. You
Let's
got
go!
it right.
Oh, clutched it.
You clutched it. You're going home tonight with. Now, Shovel, what do you think you'll be taking home tonight? Roger won a empty Wii U game case. What do you think you'll be taking home?
Yes, sir.
A used code from PlayAsia.
Ooh, that would have been fire, actually. But no, you're gonna get something you can take home and love. A Vaporeon V promo card.
Hey, yo, bro. What the
All right, that's
fuck?
kind of
you
fire,
serious?
actually. Wait a minute.
Wait, we can win Pokemon cards?
Are you serious? Is this
I'd
real?
rather that than a Wii U case.
That is gonna be getting sent to you.
I don't want
You
it.
know, okay, he doesn't want it, ladies and gentlemen. He's not taking the prize, which will be
That
added.
to the next prize.
That is going to be added onto the next prize for the next game.
A Vaporeon V promo card? That's kind of nice.
Kind of gave you the win, but yeah, that's that. Congratulations and thank you for playing.
Literally impossible.
It kind of was. That's the fun of it.
And you know what else is impossible?
What's
Us being able to upload this video in full to the YouTube channel because we're going to get demonetized instantly. But we will be back in 2 weeks talking about probably more Zelda, probably more Nintendo news, probably what? Is Mario Party going to be out by the next one? Is Mario going to? I think it is. I think Mario Party is going to be out by the next one. We're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you, Coast, for putting together that lovely game.
Of course.
At the end of all of this, that was fantastic. This is such a great way to end the shows now instead of the Ricky stories, because Ricky half-ass is being here all the time anyway. And so that is what it is. So thank you all very much for being here. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Ricky is useless, and until next time, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everybody.
What did he do?
Oh my god. I mean, just
What
leave
the fuck did I
immediately.
do?
He's going.
That's crazy as hell. He left. He just left. He didn't
Immediately.
even. That's crazy.
He went to go fuck his pizza.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it comes full circle.
Old now,
Yeah, there we
jeez.
He a
Been
pizza
hours.
fucker.
Ah, he's a piece of
Oh, here, let me send you the form again.
I'm
so
filling
you
it
can
out. I
fill
just
it out.
seen it.
Okay.
I know I wouldn't have gone out like that though. I know you guys.
See, Ricky, I told you I'd be here for more than an hour.
I'm proud of you, bro. You really did. You really stuck it out.
I think we had really interesting
Need your rest.
topics to the end. I know sometimes we get into stuff that like you're not really just sitting here like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
All right, y'all never.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 4 a.m.
That's
All
right.
right, man.
Goodbye.
Anyway, good night, bros.
Have a good night.
Hell yeah,
you, my
dude.
Oh, someone's buying this Pokemon card.
Nobody's buying that Pokemon card.
No, he's playing a game.
I'm playing a car game simulator.
Did you pick Vaporeon because of the meme?
Of course he did, man.
Was that why you did?
Yes, of
Bro,
course.
what the fuck, Ricky?
I was just